his father, a guy we killed earlier. Certus convinced him very easily that his father does not want to return, and he was like, "Okay, fine, I won't sacrifice the guy. In fact, I'll just eat the guy." And then we had to fight, and during that fight, these motherfuckers wouldn't die. They just kept standing up, and then Big Eyeball Man here sucked them dry, and then they fell to the ground and died. Uh, Meanwhile, we were just bashing on this guy, got him trapped under the gate, and just kept bashing on him. None of us took that much damage. Certus is at full health for sure, and that seems like the main combat recap that I can remember.
Sure.
Yep.
Some things happened before the combat. I guess I'll go over real quick, just to be clear. At the beginning of last session, I believe we followed June, actually, when she was talking with her brothers, Boris and Felix. And then she got training from Tiza. Is that it? Tiza? Tiza?
Yeah.
The general from Syndicate.
Yeah.
So she went around being a type of debt collector for a while, where she was actually interestingly nice, which kind of piqued the interest of the general following her by helping them out with their debts and all the money that was required. So she was a nice debt collector for a while. Meanwhile, back before the combat started, follow our other group, we were here staying with Mary and Voltaire in their homes overnight. We learned that Mary's husband Henry died a couple months ago, and her son Tom hasn't been happy ever since. In the middle of the night, Tom and Voltaire were in the middle of dance practice when we hear a sudden noise and then screaming, with none of them to be found. We follow some bloody footsteps up to a horror house. We kind of break into the horror house to find a family of ghosts fighting in a very Scooby-Doo fashion. And they're like, "Well, what are you here for? Go upstairs. Are you friends for our daughter? Just go up there and talk to her." And they kind of shove us upstairs, where we find this lady here on screen, Marionette, tending to Voltaire's wounds. She seems very concerned for him and says, "Please, I'm a nice vampire. Don't hurt me. I'm only here to help. I don't hurt anyone." But we don't really mind very much, and we enlist her help in tracking down the source of this creature that dragged Tom and Voltaire away originally, which we end up finding in Villain Dungle's house nearby. And that's where we kind of meet up with Sam's recap, where all the mean things we bullied this poor beholder into by closing a door on him and whatever else we beat him up with. Poor guy. But we saved Tom in the end. And here we are.
Cool. Both of you should get an inspiration. Let's go ahead and take that. Cool. Yeah. Wait. There we go. So yeah. You got that right. You guys finished killing this dude and are ready to exit out of the place. But before all that happens, excuse me. Excuse me. 1 second. There's something else going on elsewhere in the world. June.
Okay.
Your time with the Syndicate continues forward. Tiza teaches you a little bit more. She helps you train in your combat, your hand-to-hand skills, and sort of showing you how best to maneuver around the city, and in that granting you a bit of expertise. And as you do this, you start to learn more and more about how best to enunciate things and sort of blend in a way. As this is happening, also you learn a few things, mainly in the sense that the Syndicate is pretty much operating on their own. You see Felix goes out pretty often. He's not really at HQ too often. but you see that the moments where he is, the area is clearly a lot more tense. People seem to be like, you know, that idea of like the boss comes around, so it's like looks like you're working. It's
Yeah.
pretty much that whenever Felix is around. There's just an aura of just tension. Even Tiza definitely feels it. Boris feels it. For the most part, when he is away, you see that Tiza and Boris kind of take care of the vast majority of dealings here. Boris kind of makes it's like HR, pretty much, and then Tiza is sort of the one sort of making leads and pointing people where to go, things like that, taking care of the day to day along with Boris. And she trains you, and you notice like she definitely is very very stealthy, very very sneaky. If she wants to be, she can be incredibly unassuming, but she doesn't seem to be that much of a hard ass or has a stick or like expects you to do things a certain way. She's much in the mind of as long as you get the job done, she doesn't really seem to care how it happens. But as these things continue on, one day you awaken in the middle of the night. Your shield seems to glow, and you hear footsteps coming from the outside of like the bunker area where all the recruits and like individuals sleep. What do you do?
My shield's glowing.
The shield is just more like a faint glow, in the sense of
okay.
like nothing too much that would like put away your cover or blow your cover, but enough
Right.
to
Like
warn
that
you,
I can see.
something
Like
important
I
is
can
happening.
note. Okay. I get up and I quickly throw on whatever I have, and then go see what's going on. All the footsteps.
You leave like the sort of area and look down the hallway. Give me a perception check.
Sure thing. 1 second. Let me pull up June. I found it. Okay. Perception. 23.
23 is very good. As you go to investigate the hallway, you see that there's very few like individuals walking around, and like the hallway sort of leads in and around. But you see this one guy that seems to be walking down the hallway in a way that makes him almost too inconspicuous, as he maneuvers through a few other people holding sacks of paper or like just kind of grabbing a quick bite to eat. And you see it's eerie how inconspicuous he is. Like he's trying hard to just blend in. And as you kind of like follow in suit, eventually you see that this individual wearing the garb of the syndicate is currently not making noise anymore, but you can clearly like tell based on just ambient echoes and stuff like that that there is a body, and you see it slips into, without anyone looking around, into the room where you had met Felix earlier, the headquarters room.
Okay. So there's no one else around, or
Doesn't look to be anyone else around at this moment.
okay? Can I cautiously like put my ear to the door?
Yeah, we'll keep
It like it closed the door, right? It's not just like
Yeah,
okay.
he closed the door as like he entered and closed it in a way that made no sound. And as you kind of put your ear up and listen in, you hear the sounds of moving paper. Like he's whatever's happening inside there. It seems that he is currently investigating or looking around.
Okay. No one around me. I can hear moving paper.
Yeah.
I want to know what he's doing, but I don't want to. Okay. I'm going to. I guess I can't do any of this without him noticing. I guess. Can I try to open the door like stealthily, like?
Yeah, give me a
In a
sleight of
way?
hand check
Oh boy. Okay. 26.
or
Not
stealth
bad.
check. I'll allow either or. Oh, 22. I'll take that. Yeah.
Yeah, 26, yeah. Oh, 22, sorry. I
Very,
can't-
very good. You open the door. Let me run a perception check for this guy.
Oh,
You open the door, and inside you see this individual has taken their hood off, and you see a shock of black hair, like kind of. It's like a medium build for a human, but you see a half orc, and they are kind of lithe, honestly, for a half orc. They wear the guard of the syndicate, and you see that they're currently entering, has a little light on, and they're kind of going through papers and just like reading things and stuff like that, and sort of almost like studiously reading stuff that's currently like written down in some of those notes in this headquarter room.
I cast hold person.
Okay, fails it. You see as you do that, kind of like revealing your position a bit. You see the head turns, but the head doesn't turn fully, and like a hand moves to the side of its body, but it can't quite reach it. No, not enough time to react as you hold person, and they're currently just paralyzed in your grasp.
Okay, I'll walk in and I'll just say, "Who are you? And what are you doing here?" You know, basic.
Do you let go of hold person? Because he's currently paralyzed. He cannot answer you in this state.
Oh, you can't talk while being held?
No, paralyzed. Vocal cords are like.
Oh, okay. I'll just talk out loud, and then I'll walk over to look at the papers he's looking at.
Okay. As you go over to look at the papers, I'll say hold person lasts for a minute, and that's how much time you get to like kind of do this before you know the spell's gonna end.
Right. It
As you
lasts.
kind of like look through, you see the papers that he's looking at. It seems to be like orders from Felix dictating shipments of like weapons coming in and moving around, briberies to certain guards and stuff like that. Very much like operations that are currently happening. Drug movement, including the drug trade from like Domnica to Qualt and Qualt to Domnica.
Oh, okay.
And you
So
see,
he was looking through this.
yeah, he was just looking through it. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to release hold person now after I see what he's been looking at.
You release hold person, and his hand immediately moves to like, instinctively moves to like the side of his hip. But you see, he quickly looks around, sees it's just you, and goes, I was just here on orders. No worries about that. Who are you?
Whose orders?
Tiza's orders.
Tiza's?
General Tiza, yes.
Oh, Tiza. Tiza sent you here to what? Look through all this information?
Putting away files, things of that nature, organizing here. She just happened to forget for the day, and I got sent here like the lackey that we are.
Right,
you
and
doing
that
here?
requires you to look through papers very quickly and walk here very stealthily, trying to avoid anyone, right?
Yeah, I gotta look through some of the papers to know where to put them.
Right. So I pick up the papers and I'm holding them. Where do these papers go?
You see, he just points randomly in a certain direction over in that stack over there.
Okay. Grab that stack. Read the first paper.
It's Boris's like diary. He says, "Dear diary, I love my sister." Oh, oops.
Right.
I meant to say I love my family. And he crosses out sister.
Whoa.
And it just goes on about his day.
That doesn't seem like the same as what I'm holding.
Well, don't tell Pisa that I can't seem to do my job very well.
Tell me why you're actually here.
Make a intimidation check.
Ah, damn. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. 10.
You see in this moment, he's like thinking to himself. And you can see like the gears in his head going. Make an insight check, actually.
Sure thing. 10. It's a natural one, but I got 10.
A natural one for a 10. You see, he doesn't make any like really sudden movements as far as you could tell. It's hard to gauge exactly where his mind is going, mainly because an individual going through these things, I mean, He could be telling the truth, where he's just really bad at his job, but something clearly sets you off. And you see, he sort of like takes a step closer, and he kind of goes and says, "Look, you're gonna blow my cover, okay? I'm trying to figure out who the rat is in the syndicate. Now, I'm kind of thinking it's you right now."
You're looking for a rat in the syndicate by looking through these papers that are explaining some sort of plan that Mr. Felix has. And you think that that's going to help you find the rat? Or does that make you look like the rat?
No, I'm trying to figure out who's already been reading these papers. And it seems like you're in this room.
How are you going to... I kind of like, my eyes kind of like... Are you turning this on me?
Seems that way. He pulls out a dagger. Now,
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
he narrows his eyes. You are in a very tense situation here, June. Before this blows into a full combat, where you see like what you didn't notice before is like he was definitely gearing up on like how the best to get out of this predicament. And it seems that him speaking was not working out. So now he's moving towards eliminating a threat and figuring out what to do afterwards.
Right. As he's holding his dagger, and I say that I wouldn't do that if I were him. I put my hand up, like, just like as a stopping motion. I say, that's not too smart. I well, what will I have time? I guess if I reach for anything, he'll like strike. You think? I guess he's in the act of like, if she moves, I'm gonna attack her.
He is, but I will say with a high enough persuasion check, he may let you do what you do without entering full combat.
Okay, I won't do it then. I would just put my hand up and say, I wouldn't do that if I were you. We can just pretend that I didn't see anything if you just tell me why you are here. The truth. I value honesty more than anything.
How do I know you're not going to just turn this around on me after this? How do I know you're not lying?
In what way can I make you believe me?
He looks confused for a second and says, "Who are you? Tell me about yourself."
I'm still holding the papers. I'm like, well, let me put these down real quick. Actually, do you remember the order these papers were in?
Make a persuasion check real quick.
Okay. 25.
He goes, yeah, third sheet's on should be on the front, and you just put it in that pocket there.
Okay. All right. And I just place it back to like how I saw it. And I kind of like brush it off just to, I don't know, just in case. And I say, I put the papers back, same order. No one needs to get hurt. No one needs to know. I just want to know the truth.
He goes, well, I guess I'm gonna need a little bit of assurance from you. I've heard that you're one of those new recruits, right? July? I have that
Right.
What are you
And,
doing as part of the syndicate?
well, I came here because Mr. Boris asked me to join. I found him at a festival and just seemed like I was headed toward here anyways. So that's my main thing. Not really any big motive.
Sure. Make me a perception check.
Perception? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's oops, sorry. Okay, well, just +1 to both, so 25.
25.
Instead
very
of +8,
good.
it's +9.
For sure. you see, as he's like, you're kind of going through this, the tension is not fully diffused, but it seems to be lessening at least a little bit. You see, as his guard drops ever so slightly, you see a glint of metal. And close to where his chest is, you see a symbol. But it is not one of the Syndicate. It looks similar to, and June was there for this. But when you had met Dochka and Harkon, you saw the same symbol at their house. This guy seems to be, or at least somewhat affiliated with S.H.I.E.L.D.
I kind of like, I see this, like, I can tell what symbol this is, not just like I think it's that.
Yeah. Like you can, you did with a 25 insight part. You only see part of it, but you're able to deduce. Yeah, that's what the symbol is. Knowing that this guy and you are probably on the same side here.
He hears a small squeak, a very silent squeak of joy, from my voice. I'm like, oh, shh, and I just whisper, "Shield."
He quickly like moves to his like symbol and like places it back. Damn it. So you saw.
I didn't see anything. I just wanted to know the truth, and I guess I know now.
He lessens his guard and goes, I haven't heard of you before. I don't know any July entering here. Who sent you?
Oh. Like I said, I'm gonna stick with my story, but I have no intentions to harm or stop you. But we can never speak of this night, ever.
He nods and goes, huh. Well, I would appreciate that. I never saw you, you never saw me. At least officially.
Understood. Okay. Well, I will leave you be. I like walk to the door, and then I stop and I kind of like turn, and I just one final word I say. Oh, and if you are caught, or whatever, or if you try to, I don't know, soil my name, don't take this as a threat, but you're definitely going down before me. And I just walk out.
I know you said don't take this as a threat, but please make an intimidation check.
Okay. I know it's obviously it sounds like a threat. 23.
Sure. 23.
23. Yeah. Damn,
you don't see this, but you could tell that like he just went, "Oh fuck." And then and you leave the door, leaving the S.H.I.E.L.D. agent to do as they do. Now you know that in fact there is a mole in the syndicate.
I can't believe we tried to turn the mole thing on me.
Yeah, I mean,
Anyways.
he had no idea who the fuck you were.
That's okay. I just wanted to know what's going on.
For sure. And I think for that, just that brief little bit, we're gonna move back to the rest of you guys. Is there anything else you guys wanted to do in that little battle area?
Don't think so.
Okay. Then we'll move back to the Swalezi countryside here. As you guys leave. Activate. There we go. Let's change the music to something more nice. Okay. You guys take Tom's out of there, leaving the weird-looking beholder in its place, the Death Kiss. Marionette holds Tom's as you guys move out. He looks visibly shaken, but as you guys get out, she wears her umbrella, and you guys take Tom's through the city streets all the way back to her mother, his mother Mary. Mary in Vetrian, Vetrian seemingly finally getting out of bed and like sort of almost hobbling his way over. He goes, "Oh, my friends, and Master Tom's safe. Wonderful. Now the beast slain." And you see Mary runs over to Tom's crying and just hugs her boy.
Yep, all safe due to us. The good, the bad,
The bad benefits.
The bad bandits. Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
The bad
What
benefits.
sort of
Wonderful.
Benefits.
The bad
Right,
benefits.
right. Benefits, right.
How
Are you sure
won-
that's a good name? Do you guys like bandits better? It sounds pretty cool.
Nothing bad will happen to Tom at this point forward. And make sure of it, alright?
He gives you a nod and says, "You have my word. I believe I'll be setting this town a little longer." And he looks at you guys all together and just says, "You all look incredibly radiant. I think I have a new idea for a painting." And he kind of like hobbles over past. You see that as Mary's like hugging Tom's, she looks over to you guys like, "Oh, thank you very much for my son. I'm so happy he is okay. I have nothing to give you, but our friend Vetrian, I'm sure, would be willing to give you a little help, should you ever find him." He smells of cinnamon. Just say that you are friends of the Windsmiths.
Oh, Vetrian, you say? Alright, yeah. Oh, well, we should remember that, but we don't really need anything at the moment. We're just glad to see he's okay, Mary.
Isaac, make me a history check.
A history check.
Yes.
2.
Cool. So you see that Marionette goes and says, well, it is wonderful that we managed to get Tom's out of there. I forgive me for my acts of violence within there. I don't like to get too violent at times. My family and I try to stay as far away, and we don't try to meddle in human affairs like we once did. But thank you all for this. I know you said that you sort of did this out of the goodness of your own heart, but my family's accumulated various relics and tomes and gold and riches that I believe I would like to share at least a little bit for your kindness. I would not have been able to do that all on my own. I'm sure Tom's would have perished and something terrible would have gone on. If you'll allow me, that is. To give you rewards.
Of course, we love rewards. Right, fellas? This is the
Yes.
part usually when the group just says yes and takes all the money and whatever.
Well, I feel like we'd be rude to refuse at this point. I suppose we'd be happy
Yeah.
to.
All right, wonderful. Please come visit my abode whenever you have the chance. I need to get out of the sun. Voltaire? Voltaire looks around and smirks at her. She says, "Will I see you soon?" He nods and says, "Anything for you, my love." You see if a vampire could blush, she would be, and you see she runs up to her house, leaving you guys with Voltaire, who's very much injured, and Mary and Tom's. You see, after a little bit of time, Tom's kind of goes up to you guys, and at first looks down before looking up and says, "Bless you." He goes, "Bless you."
Thank you.
Thank you for saving me. I'm sorry about that. My dad.
Hey.
went off. He's a fighter. He's a mercenary. He went off on like a mission like any other, and he hasn't come back. And we were told that he'll never come back because he passed away in a fight. One of the last things I told him, and the last thing I told him was I was angry because he kept leaving for the job, and I was just so angry. I told him that I hoped he never come back, and then he didn't. And I can't help but feel like that's my fault.
It's 100% your fault. Why would you say that to him?
Oh, Craig.
You see, as you say that, Greg, he like full on almost crumples, and he says, "Yeah, I know," and just like starts crying.
I get down on one knee and I put my hand on Tom's shoulder. Hey, Tom. Well, we all say things we regret sometimes. There were times where I said pretty horrible things to my dad and ran away, and no matter what, he would always forgive me. I know you don't have the chance for your dad to ever say that to you, at least in your lifetime, but I think it's more important that you live a life that would make your dad proud from now on, and make yourself proud. It looks like you have a wonderful family here. Your mom's still here with you. So, I bet it would make your dad a lot happy watching you, if you were making your mom happy. Don't you think so?
He looks over at his mom, he looks back at you, and he says, is the offer of you teaching me how to fight still open?
Of course it is.
Okay.
I'm sure everyone else would be willing to help too.
Okay, I think I would like to learn. And you see that as you guys, the scene sort of like fades out of it as Mary brings you guys inside, cooks up a big hearty meal. You guys feel very well rested, enjoy it, and you guys are. Tom's like starts like picking himself up, resting a bit from like the perils of the day, but also later on you see him like picking up a very long stick in the same sense of a spear and like just starts like poking things. Isaac, you go out and help him a bit for like teaching him the intros to spear fighting to halberd using. He has a lot to learn clearly, but he's honestly not too bad. But yeah, you guys are free to do as you wish. This quest is considered completed. You are free to grab your rewards at Marionette's house, the Von Lidsees. And repairs to the ship shall be completed shortly.
Welcome back, I guess. How was it? How was your trip?
Well, eventful.
Well, I mean, it sounded like it was going to be kind of a thing, but, you know.
Curtis
good to
nearly
know.
died.
That's pretty par for the course, right? Look,
What do you mean? This is the first time we've gone anywhere with him.
No, you know whose shoes Certus is here to fill. It's kind of by design that they have to be almost dead by the end of the battle.
I don't see why it has to be that way, but okay.
I don't make the rules. It just seems that fate has this sort of way of working, I guess.
I didn't know that June left her shoes behind. Why is Certus wearing her shoes?
Are you stupid?
Hmm?
Never mind.
I feel like their feet wouldn't even be the same size, you know?
Yeah, you'd think they probably wouldn't fit. June was a small girl. I mean, not that small, but I mean, looking at Certus, you'd think he has huge feet.
Sure. All right. I guess, is there anything else here that we wanted to do, or we just chilling?
I think Marionette said she had something at her house, a reward for helping bring that boy back to his mother.
That's pretty cool.
We can swing
What-
by and see what she has to offer. Yeah. Sorry.
Sure. It sounds you earned it. Sounds like.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. You guys said something about me wearing some shoes, and I looked down.
You don't have to worry about it. I'm glad you're still alive. That's all that matters.
Oh yeah, you and me both. But mostly you.
Huh?
Huh?
Nothing.
What?
All right. Anyways,
Wait,
what's
do
our
you
next
want-
adventure?
Do you want to die? Hold on.
Whoa! I didn't say nothing.
Hey, Certus, it's not. You don't have to joke about that. If you have thoughts that we should really talk about it before we continue.
No, don't you worry. You fine young gentlemen and women. I am fine. I'm good. I'm ready for action.
Okay, well, if you say so, we'll take you at your word. You want to come with us to Marionette's place?
Sure thing. I'm ready. Anyways, you said there's a free pair of shoes somewhere?
Nope, absolutely not. Let's go.
Okay.
Okay, you guys head out to Marionette's place of Von Liddacy Manor. Let's see. The Von Liddacy Abandoned Manor. Alright. As you guys approach the Von Liddacy Manor, it's now closer to like late morning at this point. As you enter within, the door no longer barred after Isaac breaking it open. You see inside, just sort of like in some coffins, like out in the hall, you see the parents of the two Von Liddacies. They seem to be fighting in their sleep. You see like fists being thrown out lazily that break part of the coffin, and he goes, "You slut!" And it's like just sleep talking, and the wife goes, "Limp dick," and like kicks him. And they seem to be just sleep fighting consistently. You see Marionette descends down the stairs and just goes, "Please pay them no mind. Honestly, if they disappeared one day and never came back, I'd be very happy. Outside of that, please come this way." And she takes you guys down to kind of like a basement, into like a vault-ish area with like a room full of various treasures and like relics and stuff like that. Very much in disrepair as well. It seems like this has not been used in some time, and it just is like accumulating here. And she goes, "Here, I believe this might be useful for all of you." She gives you guys a total of 2,000 platinum, 1,000 gold diamond.
Oh my goodness.
She gives you guys are granted like a weird lantern with a blue flame in it. And she goes, "This is Pierre. He used to be our butler for some time. With the sheer amount of cleaning that has to be done, our parents decided that maybe it was best to let Pierre go. Pierre's soul, however, got entangled with this lantern, and now he is stuck here. I would like for him to see the world, so if he could accompany you on your travels, I'd be very grateful for it. What do you think about that, Pierre?" And you see a ghostly hand comes out of the lantern and like gives you guys a greeting in a hand form and returns back. So she grants you guys a ghost lantern with the ghost of Pierre, their old butler. You see that she also grants you guys like this ornate rod with like a chess piece at the top of it, like a king's chess piece. But it's like partially broken in a way. And she says, "This used to be a rod of rulership, This was commonly used by us vampires in the past to sort of herd humans a lot. We have not used it in some time, I'm afraid, and I feel like it may be on its last legs, but hopefully it might be helpful to you at one point. This is a Rod of Rulership, but it is currently damaged and is only a one-time use. And as she kind of does this, she kind of gives you guys these things. You see that Pierre, the hand of Pierre goes out into a little like clutch of gold and stuff like that. Picks something up from it, and like holds it in his hand and drops it in front of the lantern. And you see like a weird, like ornate, almost like silvery gold fishing hook of sorts.
Huh?
I don't really know what that
What?
is.
Greg, do you recognize this by any chance?
Does this hook go on the rod? Like fishing? Maybe not.
Is that you there? Oh, guess not. I guess you guys will never know what this fishing hook is. Anyways.
I guess identify tomorrow.
Let's ask Greg about this when he's awake later. No problem.
You guys, she gives you all that and says, I'm afraid this may seem like a pittance, but it's all I can reasonably spare to afford. I don't know if we might need more things in the future.
No, this is incredible. Thank you. Thanks, Marionette. We appreciate it.
By all
I'm
means.
gonna whisper over to Isaac. I don't. Is this a pittance? Have we been making like nothing this whole time?
There's no way this is a pittance, right? You've seen the prices for food around. This is enough for like a village to live on for the rest of their lives.
Okay, I thought maybe I was crazy. I've only lived outside of my house for like a couple of months now, so like maybe okay, all right, this is insane.
They probably think a banana costs 10 platinum. This is probably nothing. So... Thank you so much, Marionette. We appreciate it from the bottom of our adventuring heart.
Oh, wonderful. I will ask one favor. Please don't tell anyone we live here. There has been hunters before, and we would really much rather not have to deal with that and relocate again.
You have a beautiful home. We certainly wouldn't want you to have to leave it.
Oh, thank you. You are free to visit any time. I would love your company.
333 platinum per person?
Oh, a big share. Ooh, 333. Anyone want to round mine up to 340? Just so it's not.
Oh my gosh. Just for reference, that's...
Wait, round yours to 340.
Yeah,
That would be
yeah,
giving
I
you.
did a lot of healing and
I mean, I'm just grateful that you decided to include me to begin with. I didn't actually participate in the fight.
Well, you're part of the group, the Bad Bands.
The Bad Bends. That's right.
Bad
Bend.
Bad
The
Bends.
bad bends.
Bad
Bad
boys.
Bends backwards and everything. We all know. Alrighty. Oh, and I'll take that, and I grab the diamond. I just take it. I'll hold on to this one.
You have a 1,000 gold diamond.
Okay.
Can we like split that diamond in half for revivify purposes?
That's a great.
Do
You got it. I'm gonna start lifting my axe to bring it down on the diamond.
Do it. Do it.
You
Can
also
they
do
use
the
my little
revivify?
diamond saw later, cut it in half or something?
Wait, can you do revivify?
Paolo, split it.
No,
Or do you wanna cut it
Revivify.
up,
I thought
so-
Revivify was a 300 gold piece. We could.
Is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just 300.
Oh, well, cutting it into thirds is even harder.
But never mind. That's meta knowledge. I can't say that.
Oh.
Would Paula know the concept of reincarnation? As like, cause as in the spell. I know. Hunter knows that spell uses a 1,000 gold piece diamond, but Paladin, I don't know if Paladin.
There's no way Pala does.
Okay, cool. Just checking.
Great. What if we cut it into 1,000 smaller diamonds and then we put them in little bundles of 300?
What if we just shatter and then like
I'm
roughly
pretty
kind
sure
of?
it would just take.
I don't-
long
Do
to do
diamonds shatter like that?
that.
You want to
Nope.
try?
I
But
think
Not
we
that-
really.
Oh, for
Just
fact,
a rock.
actually,
Okay.
the
Weighted by
reincarnate spell
weight.
does not, in fact, use a 1,000 gold diamond. It uses rare oils and unguents worth 1,000 gold.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Can we turn a diamond into oil?
Can we not touch the diamond and just pocket it? Like, I'll deal with it when the time comes.
Oh, did you just eat it?
No,
Somebody
I,
Eats the diamond.
I did not eat the diamond.
This kills the diamond.
All right, let me wait. It's 1,000 gold diamond. Okay. And I also get how much platinum? Damn.
Yeah, Certus, beloved Certus gets 333 platinum.
Oh, I've never seen that much money in my lifetime. That's really sad.
Your other parties never got money like that?
They weren't as strong as you all. I can attest.
What kind of... What killed your last party?
Oh, we don't have to talk about what killed my last party. That's very taboo if you talk about them in that sense.
Is it? I don't know. It's well, admittedly, from my experience reading like the novels and stuff, it's usually something that like you kind of have to set the mood for, like over like a campfire after like a nice evening, and then you sit at the campfire and it gets dark and everyone gets kind of somber, and then someone's like, you know, my old party used to do something like this, and then they talk about it. So maybe the mood just isn't right.
Right.
You can
the
just
mood
pretend.
isn't right.
So
Well-
just close your eyes and pretend you're at a campfire. How does your last party die?
Ah, yes. Let me do that. Closing my eyes now. Ah! Oh my God! Ah! 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 Certus! God! Ah! Ah! I'm trying my. Ah! And that's pretty much what I remember.
And you know how to revive people, bring them back to life, right?
Well, now that I have diamonds, I can do whatever.
so
I
you,
can revive.
You knew how to do it then as well. You just
I didn't have
diamonds.
diamonds to do. I mean,
Okay.
I could know how to do anything. I just don't have the materials to do
Right,
everything.
right, okay.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
good thing you have them now. Then, I suppose.
Now I have a lot of diamonds. This will
Yeah.
be. This isn't a weird foreshadowing or anything.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
man.
Teehee.
let's leave this house. Thank you all for your hospitality, and we're going to sort, ourselves out somewhere else.
She bows to you and says, Please come by whenever you next feel like it. You're always welcome here, and I'm sure the town of Swalizi will be a home to you. Though I can't say that very much, because I'm sure that if we revealed ourselves, it would not be a home for us anymore. Anyways, but you guys are human. You're fine. Okay.
Yeah,
sorry,
we're
I just
gonna-
made
we're
things
not
really
gonna-
awkward. I'm gonna go run to
Oh,
my room
you're
now.
good.
You can see yourselves
Oh, okay.
out. Bye. And she runs off.
You know, that's kind of sad, actually. But
I mean, some people. It sounds like that she just doesn't want to worry about people coming around. That sounds fine, I guess. I don't want people coming around my place all the time.
oh no, I just mean like if people find out, they're gonna not like her anymore, and then kick her out of the town, or probably kill their family.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. That. Yeah, that's a bit of a downer note to leave on, but
Sorry, should we make a campfire first before reminiscing over this?
Shall we close your eyes and allow you to reenact?
all right. Let's go.
All right, I am beat and tired and hurt.
What do you guys want to do?
What time is it?
It's like afternoon-ish. Supposedly the boat repairs should be finished sometime soon.
Oh, let's go celebrate with some food on our pala here.
What was the name of that tavern again?
The tavern was called.
I'm asking my party. We went.
I
when
have
we
the
got
memory
here,
of a.
remember? We went to one when we got here. It was
Right.
Yeah.
just fine.
We can go find it. We probably know the general area.
Yeah, okay. Let's go find it.
Wait, I wrote this down. Where is it?
I'm asking the
Session
party.
4, that's why. Okay, it is called the Wind Chaser.
Yeah, I do remember that. It was
I-
like it was a dock themed thing.
Oh, again, it's called the Wind Chase. I
Oh,
just
are you-
remembered that.
I
Yeah.
think it was called something else actually.
Oh
That's
no,
fine.
I would
Yeah.
never forget what I've heard.
Okay.
So you guys go to the Wind Chaser?
Yeah, we do.
Go there.
You guys head out to the Wind Chaser, downtown in Swaleezy. You see that it's like the lunchtime there. Voltaire has already started drinking there, and he's regaling the town with the story of you guys fighting the beast that he saw. Even though he wasn't there, he seems to be very adept at spinning tall tales. And he goes and says, like, the beast with 1,000 tentacles enacted its will upon the bad benefits, but they, stalwart in spirit, slew the beast and saved young Tobbs from certain annihilation. Who knew what kind of nefarious deeds the beast was married to do? I say we drink in their benefit. Yay! The entire tavern cheers. You guys enter and like start applauding you. You guys get like free drinks, free food. People slap your back and go, yeah, no more bloodsuckers in our town. Hell yes. Thank you all. And you just hear like a lot of like, Swaleezy is free from beast once more. And you say there's a strong vibe of like, yeah, pro-human, let's go. And they seem to be very, very happy to have new heroes.
Another celebration of heroes. This is nice.
Do you get these a lot?
Oh, here and there. You know, you gotta enjoy them while they last.
Right. Okay.
It is nice to get the recognition. I can say that. Though I don't know, like, I was read there is it alright to just let them I feel like should we try to convince them that vampires aren't that bad? That might blow our cover.
No,
Yeah.
it's okay. I think that we'll just let the next group of heroes do that. See what happens to them.
Right. Okay.
What if we told them that in that abandoned house we encountered something that even we could not slay? That's extremely dangerous, and don't go there.
I feel like that would
well,
no.
because then the next time a group of adventurers comes in, they'll be like, you should go to that house and slay what's in it.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like that only brings some bad attention to Marionette. I'm not sure. They probably want to stay on the down low.
What if we tell them it's extremely unsafe in there, and the building is unstable, and no one should go inside?
What if they demolish it?
Yeah, what if they
If I
demolish?
may, talking has gotten me nowhere. and my previous groups nowhere. So I think we just let it be.
I don't
Who do
know.
you-
Talking
Sir,
about
this,
that.
hey, sir, I appreciate the sort of support here, but we did, through talking, somehow convince a dragon to stay at our house. So talking does work, even if the results aren't always what we hoped for.
Talking is only good for tricking and whatever. So
Well,
whatever
I'm
you
suggesting
all
we trick
enjoy. I tricked that one eyeball monster. That was good. But that's all that's really good for. Other than that, talking causes nothing but trouble.
I didn't know that, Solaris. Those are quite profound words.
That's just from my experience. Oh,
Do you feel like you've had a lot of bad interactions talking with people in the past?
oh, me? No, not really. But my party is always trying to be righteous and talking. So, oh yeah, we're gonna go do that. Oh yeah, we should help this out. And they try to talk their way into things, and they all end up the way they end up.
They made a difference, though, didn't they? While they were alive.
Do you know any of their names?
I mean, it sounds like they couldn't have been all that bad if they were trying to work to do things righteously. Surely
Right.
it wasn't all bad, right?
I mean, these little celebrations are enjoyable. But once you have a bunch of these celebrations under your belt, they kind of all become a blur.
Whew, well, on that sobering note, well, let's get some food, I guess.
You guys head up?
Ugh.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Oh, and this is free. I'm like, Sardis is over at another table asking, "This is free, right?" Oh,
Absolutely.
you. Oh.
Gets destroyed, like so drunk. Sirtis gets unbelievably snorted, destroyed, inebriated, whatever fucking words you want to use here. You're stumbling through. You guys grab Sirtis as he stumbles through the town. The town's like cheering your names as you finally return to the SS Willow with Captain Balboa.
I feel as though we've gotten more praise and more money in this small town than we've ever had in any big city or kingdom.
You might be right, Gain. I feel. Well, actually, no. I mean, in Nocio, I mean, we were heralded as heroes. That was pretty
There's
incredible.
no aid though.
They gave us a house.
They did give us a house. That's true.
You still have
Yeah,
a
how much does
favor
a house
from a king
cost?
you have not cashed in yet.
Well, that's
That's-
true.
That's a
Maybe the
vintage
favor could be
value.
averted.
That can be worth anything right now. So I see no
May-
monetary price.
A favor could be anything. It could even be 330 platinum.
We should ask
Per
for
person.
free.
Yeah, actually, it could be.
Well, okay, actually, that is a good question. What is a favor that we could ask of a king? Like, what should we get? What
Oh
could we do?
no. Maybe we should wait till we really need something. I feel like we're gonna need things.
Well, I'm just saying that we brainstorm a little bit. I'm not saying we have to go send them a
Okay.
message saying that we
Alright.
want our prize now. We just
Alright.
say it, give it some thought. I would still love to try pulling, like, using one of those cool magic cards that you guys keep finding. That'd be pretty cool. Do you think the king has one that I could have?
I mean, probably they probably have a treasury of some type. Maybe.
Where they keep magic trading cards?
I mean, heck, don't ask for one. Maybe you can ask for like several.
The possibilities. No one else has any ideas what they do?
Maybe.
With a favor
Oh.
from the king. I mean, presumably, like I'm assuming that he can't. Admittedly, I'm assuming that he can't, hunt down a contract and destroy it from some like hellish demonic being. I'm assuming that he doesn't have the power to do that, but I could, it wouldn't hurt to ask, I guess.
It would be nice if we could have a more proper basement to keep Milken, and he kind of wrecked up a bunch of the.
I don't
floorboards.
want to use our wish for Melgin. Screw that guy.
Yeah, but he wrecked our basement. I was gonna put so much stuff down there.
Wait.
You want to ask for a second house?
A
Yeah,
favor
actually.
from the king, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Which king?
the king in Nocia.
King in Nocia. Okay. Wait, 1 second.
You need a mix?
Greg starts writing some things down. Hold on.
We should ask him to establish a national park system.
That's sure, but that's not for us. That would be like, isn't that just like something he should just do?
A national
help-
park
We'd
system.
help
What?
preserve
A
the.
pardon for Grindid!
Oh.
Oh,
I
that's
hate
so
it.
Wait, but
smart.
okay, no, wait, hold on. Is your granddad even the kind of person who would care about whether he's pardoned or not? I'm pretty sure he would show up regardless.
Okay, and
Well-
I mean, I just think maybe it would. We could use him to get other things. That sounds kind of mean for Grindid. But I think
Well-
the pardon would make him easier to be found.
Why?
It's a great question. I have no
Remind-
clue, but I am very confident that it would work.
Maybe
Remind
we
me
could ask
why
them to find
we're
your
looking for
granddad.
him?
Okay, so we're keeping a list. Let's keep it. Okay, so so we've got national park system, a pardon for an international infamous wizard, and a magic trading card. Anything else? People want to throw on the pile?
Oh no, there's one. Parade. Gain mentioned the parade earlier, and I thought.
No,
that's
I
Parade.
want
today.
national parks, not a parade.
Well, I want the parade, so I want
What?
the parade.
But what do we get out of a parade? Everyone already knows us. What does the parade
just
get
want-
us?
Parades are fun.
No, I don't. Public appearances are a drag. It's like all paperwork. You see them like you get to walk by a parade and it's like an hour of your day, but like actually being a part of one sucks. All right.
No. We're not a part of one. They have a parade for other people.
Wait, so we ask him to throw a parade and it's not even for us?
Yeah, it's for our entertainment. See, the parade around our.
I'll write it down, but I'm not jazzed about it.
Yes, a jazz
You should-
parade.
They have parades occasionally anyway.
Do they?
I
I
mean,
didn't see any.
festivals and such, right? Haven't been there for one, but I don't know. I just think it's not my favorite. We need more
Okay,
national
so
parks.
so we've got magic trading card, parade, national park. I'm writing this all down. Pardon for granddad. Am I missing? Did anyone else have something? Wendy, you've been quiet. Do you have any grand wish for a gift from the king?
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. Maybe we could ask him for some resources or troops at our disposal for when we want to go attack the syndicate.
That is probably the most reasonable thing anyone's suggested so far.
But Wendy, a pardon for Grindid would be great, right?
No, I don't think it would, Grig. I mean, he's a criminal for a reason, right?
I mean, depends on what reason that is. What if he's just like us, but a little bit more evil, right?
I'm pretty sure that every single person we've spoken to, Grig, that's been in contact with your granddad has not had anything positive to say. Name one person who had something positive to say about your granddad.
He's just like us, but evil.
You don't
Ah.
count.
All right, then Grieg. Grieg and Grieg have positive things to say about Grindy.
Wendy just turns to Paula and goes like, "Okay, yeah, so that's my idea, Paula. Okay, you can do with that what you will."
It's a really good idea. Probably, as much as I really want that magic trading card, I suppose having resources at our disposal is probably for the best.
That is cool, and I do agree that it's the most reasonable one. However, have you considered the possibility we could get the king to introduce us to someone very important? Someone whose name's
Like?
Periwinkle.
Who's that?
That's you mean the holiday?
The White Kenku, delivering gifts to young boys and girls across the world. Yes.
No, I have a
That's Sunny
vendetta. I have a vendetta against that guy.
What? Why?
He
You don't
never showed up at my house.
Did you leave your house open for him to come inside?
Not my decision. I didn't get to control whether the windows were open.
Oh well, maybe he
And
has
then
some gifts waiting for
and
you.
then all of the fans would send me mail. It says, "Oh, I'm so glad that I got your music from Mr. Periwinkle for the holiday. I'm so happy." And then I get to sit there and just read all the cool things that everyone else got.
Oh well,
Where are you
maybe he'll bring
reading
you
these?
something this year, since we're outside all the time.
It better make up for the years I've lost. Is all I'm saying.
Well, I'm sure he has all of your presents waiting for you at the same time. There's no way he forgot about you.
Do you think he might give me a magic trading card?
I think he'll give you a magic trading card. He knows what you want more than anyone else, and he never lets you down.
All right. Well, maybe I'll see about maybe forgiving him. But I don't know if the King of Nocio I don't know if that's like within his realm. I guess we could maybe ask. Meet.
Guys, I've got one. I've got another one. I've got another great idea.
Sure, what is
Alright.
it?
All right, pal, who's the guy that has your contract again? What's his name?
Zatano.
That guy, right? What if isn't he the owner of the band also?
Yeah, he's our
What
he's the
if we
owner
get
of
the king to organize a concert in Nocio, and then tell the king to personally invite Zetano, and then we murder them?
Isn't
Not the
aren't we-
band, just Zetano.
Yeah, okay. I had assumed you didn't meet the band, and then you felt the need to explicitly say that, and then now I'm concerned. But isn't that kind of what we're on our way to go do? Like
I mean, it would be way more legal, wouldn't it? Because at least we'd have a king's favor, right? Because
Why don't we
Murder
just
is
tell the
legal.
king to do it himself? We
mean-
could just ask the king to do it directly. It'd be easier.
as in ask the king to kill him?
Yeah.
I don't know if he could. I mean, the king was strong, but I
So-
don't know, alone.
I think it's probably worth bringing up, assuming that if all goes to hell, no pun intended, when we try doing something at the concert we're already on our way to, then it'd be. I feel like they kind of fall into the same category as Wendy's idea with getting help, because Zetno's kind of working with the syndicate.
Uh-huh.
But no,
Yeah,
I'll keep this is good. I'm writing it all down.
Yeah, I like your ideas, Wendy and Greg. Those are probably the most reasonable so far.
See, Grig and I are always the most rational, reasonable people in the room, right, Grig?
He's right.
No, yeah, that's been my impression the whole time.
Yep.
Are you
There's no reason-
stupid?
Huh?
What?
Huh?
You know, pal, ever since you put that magic hat on and you've been super smart, you've been super mean.
Well,
Maybe
the
because I'm
ratio to smartness and meanness is like, it goes at the same rate. So that makes sense.
maybe
Really?
maybe
I
I'm
never knew
noticing
that.
things I didn't notice before.
Like what?
You know, that's a conversation for another time. So, is there any last ideas? So, I know, I might as well ask, Certus, if you had a favor from the king, what would you ask for?
He doesn't though, does he?
Well, but if he has a good idea, we could incorporate it.
Fair.
I think he's snoozing.
Hey, Certus.
Oh, yeah. Sorry,
you-
I was dozing off.
That's okay. If you had a wish from the king, or a favor from the king, what would you
Yeah.
ask?
Oh, the king. Oh, the king.
Answer
What
in
can
5
the king
seconds.
do? 5 seconds. I would ask the king to. Yep. I have nothing to wish for.
All right then. Well, I suppose that's allowed.
I mean, why? I have no motive. I have nothing I need. I'm okay.
Sounds
I
good.
have
All right.
everything I want right here. And now I have money. So that's nice too.
Excellent. Hopefully, this should theoretically last you maybe your entire life, from what I've heard. So that's pretty
Oh.
good.
We'll see. Maybe
Can you-
I'll outlive it. Who knows?
Well, you can't keep saying these weird ominous things.
Yeah, you seem like you're not doing so well, Certus.
I'm doing perfect. Oh, sorry. Sometimes I get into my own head about nothing. So don't worry about me. I'm more concerned about you all.
That's just
Oh,
going to
wait.
make us worry about you more.
Eric.
You don't have
Yeah,
to.
what's up?
You don't waste your.
Can I do an insight check on Certus to see if he's really okay?
Yeah, make an insight check.
Let's go insight check. Click on the button. I only got +2, so it's probably not going to be good. I natural 20'd it. 22.
How much does he get from a natural 20?
I don't know, man. You tell me, dude.
You definitely can tell Certus is not okay. I don't know what an insight check can give you, but you definitely know that he's not okay.
Hey, I'm just happy I got a natural 20. That's all I needed out of this experience.
You also get that Certus. You thought that Certus was coming onto you and clearly trying to win you over for a while now. You see that at this point, that sort of energy has faded. He's either lost complete interest in you in that way, or maybe he never did in the beginning, at the start, and you just sort of believed that he was coming onto you.
Oh, is Wendy still skeptical of him, or just because she trusts him
With
again?
this, I would be like,
Or- I guess
he's
she-
just a sad old man right now.
Right. Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay. All right, cool. Wendy's more trusting of Certus again, or for the first time. For the first time, she's more trusting of Certus. So there we go. That's what we got out of this finally.
What if what
You young
fruitful
folk.
nat 20?
And
I pat, like, whoever's
no
next to
more
me on the
coming
back.
onto you.
I pat whoever the two people next to me are on the back. Like you young folk don't need to worry about me. Worry about you and your youthful lives. That's all you need to worry about.
All right, so Certus has no use for a favor from the king. Got it. Okay, well,
No use.
keep this in my pocket, and then next time we're in Nocio, we can redress it. Maybe there's new things, or maybe some of these things are already taken care of, hopefully.
All right. Now that we got that out of the way, do we go to the king or
Oh no!
We left the king a
Yeah,
couple of days ago. That's why we're
how
on the
do we
boat.
get the favor from?
No, this
Whenever
is
we
just
get back.
yeah.
Oh,
It'll
okay.
probably be a while.
Gotcha. Alrighty. So what's next, guys?
Well, I guess they'll fix the boat soon, and we can probably take our next stop. Actually, I think we're not too far. And let me pull up the map. Map of
You
Solaris.
pull up the map of Solaris. You guys get ready to exit the boat. Your next destination, I believe, is supposed to be the Desmoda Wildwood, correct?
Yes, Desmoda Wildwood.
All right. Why don't we take a minor break real fast, because I just have to change some laundry into the dryer. Yeah, we'll say that you guys have entered aboard the
Laundry.
ship.
I love laundry.
The people of Swaleezy bid you adieu. You see Toms and Mary and Voltaire there, all sort of like waving at you guys. You guys leave knowing what you did well for the city of Swaleezy. And you guys make your way back onto the Hyphon River. One thing to note, there is no official port stopping in Desmoda Wildwood. If you would like to disembark there, you may have to ask the captain to let you off in the Wildwood.
I mean, I could probably fly us over. You know, one at a time, pick you guys up, drop you off at the shore.
Oh, like a mother bird.
Never say no. Do not say that ever again.
Oh, Paolo, that's so cute. You can take a swim back.
I'm gonna drop you into the river.
But yeah, let's reconvene and back in like 2 minutes. How about that?
2 minutes? What am I supposed to get done in 2 minutes?
Okay, 5 minutes.
Alright.
Okay, 5 minutes.
5 minutes? What am I supposed to get done in 5 minutes?
Okay.
10 minutes.
7
Let
and a
your
half.
imagination get run wild.
Okay. I'll try.
Shows what you know. In that time, I unlocked a new emote in Final Fantasy XIV Online, a Realm Reborn.
That's what I found. What are your hairs? What are your old ones? Isn't that crazy? I thought I got rid of them. Yeah. This fortress comes in handy. I can only use the headphones only work as long as I'm close to the computer, so I have to sit on the ground. So the floor chair is actually coming in.
I was wondering why you were on the ground.
Yeah, that's the
Can you believe it's already mid-February? Like, where did the first month and a half go? It's insane.
Travis Kelsey ate it.
Oh, that's how it works.
Yeah,
Thanks, Hunter.
Who's that?
Appreciate you.
no problem anytime.
I'll leave it over here.
Who is that?
Travis Kelsey, yeah, you might not know him. He's Taylor Swift's boyfriend.
Who's Taylor Swift?
Oh, right, you might
Okay.
not know her. She's Travis Kelsey's girlfriend.
Oh.
That was the best way to explain it. Now it all makes sense.
now it's all coming together.
See, first you define Travis Kelsey by using Taylor Swift. So when you ask Taylor Swift, you can define Taylor Swift using Travis Kelsey. And you already defined Travis Kelsey. So it works.
Perfect. It's perfect.
There's no,
There are no
problems.
flaws.
There are no flaws in this logic. There's no circular dependency. There is no loop in this tree.
I've actually looped back around to who's Travis Kelsey? Like, why is he
Okay.
important?
Hold on, I gotta Google something. How to unfriend.
Grig. Grig, you there, mate? Oh, wait 1 second.
I think I prefer it this way.
What are you guys talking about?
What's happening? I just got back.
Taxes.
Oh,
Ew.
okay.
We don't have to do those, right? Those are an optional this
Yeah,
year.
those are completely optional.
Yeah.
Taxes are only beneficial if you're like the government.
Well,
And,
yeah,
like, I'm not
it's
the government,
yeah.
so.
so I mean that's a bit it's calling it optional is a bit like a reductionist. The optional part is telling the government how much money you make. So if you as long as you like it's optional how like whether you tell them. So in that way it's optional to do taxes. But the government
Right.
doesn't I mean this is bad. I don't want this is
LOL, Lamau.
Well,
Lol. Is everyone back?
I am not a financial advisor.
I'm not a
I
financial.
think that he said he was a financial advisor, and
I
No
can
way,
pretend
he's
to be a
a
financial advisor.
No way, that's amazing. It's kind of incredible, actually.
but do we get a long rest eventually?
Yeah, you guys get a long rest. It's gonna be like another couple days before you reach the Desmoda Wildwood.
Nice, we take those.
I will say it's easy enough to tell Captain Balboa to like, just because it's I feel like it's very simple to just go up to be like, hey, can we stop in Desmoda Wildwood? After he saw that you guys were heroes of the town, he'd be like, yeah, okay, that's fine. You saw that how little of a shit he gives about his job.
Okay. We love it when people don't give a shit about their job.
So, Isaac, what the heck are we doing in the Desmosa Wildwood again? What,
Yeah, so yeah, my dad's old tribe used to be from here, and my uncle, my grandma. It's been a long time since they were wiped out, but I want to go back there to see if I can connect with them somehow. It's what my dad told me when I first left home. If I was going to stop anywhere, I should stop by Desmoda Wildwood. So that's what I want to do, and I was hoping you guys could come with me.
Anyone that would like to may make me a history or a nature check.
Or nature. Let's
go.
Ooh, they both suck. Okay. 6.
13.
Certus, you don't know much about the Desmoda Wildwood other than the fact that it's kind of very much uncivilized. Very little is known there. Pala, you know that it technically belongs to Hysteria. However, the Wildwood itself was never really like colonized or sort of settled. You know that there are shanty towns and like small little settlements here and there, most of which don't really have names. It's kind of just people who live there are people that have really nowhere else to go. The Wildwood itself, as the name implies, is very much wild. It's hard to navigate, 1. 2, contains various beasts and like just creatures and the like that exist there that are proven to be dangerous. Like it is a dangerous part of the world. Probably nothing you can't handle at this point, given your track record, but do note that it is you will be far from civilization.
All right.
Civilization.
Was that? Oh, was that the Justice song? I love that song.
All right, you guys. I guess we're all back now. You guys head out and spend the next few days. Balboa agrees. He's like, yeah. All right then, we'll do whatever you want. I don't see why not. I know the shanty town that might be closest to the river. And you guys spend a few days. Ooh. Kranich, please. Be kind. Be nice to me. Why can't I move him? There he goes. After a few days, you guys do pass like the port where Gearton once was, where Nahistad now exists. You are free, if you would like, you may exit off of that port. Otherwise, you continue on to the Desmoda Wildwood. You see that the Swamp Willow and the river itself at this point doesn't seem to be too different. Like, that side of the river where the Wildwood is seems to just be forests and trees and stuff like that. As you guys approach, there is a small clearing, and you can kind of see what looks to be a few very makeshift huts and shacks and the like. You see, there is no like porch or anything like that. The Swamp Willow moves as close to the side of the river it can get without like hitting land and not being able to move out anymore. And you guys are like a good maybe like 20 feet from the edge of the water to where the land is. And he goes, "Right, well, can't get any closer. Looks like you might have to just jump off. Sorry I can't bring it closer, but dangers and all that. Plus, it's this area. I don't have the clearance to truly land there without an issue."
Oh, that's irritating. All right, well, yeah, I'll pop the wings and just start dragging people over. If
Ferrying.
there's
Yeah, you start ferrying people over, and as you do, that is your use for wings for the day. You bring people on over, and you see like they're, as you kind of like start walking around. The Captain Mello gives you guys a nod and says, "Right, well, hope I see you again. Try not to die." And the
That's the plan.
Swamp Willow moves off and sort of exits out, leaving you guys behind. As this happens, you guys are in the Desmoda Wildwood. You see there are a few shanty towns and the like here. A few folk kind of like emerge from their huts as they're like cleaning some laundry or something like that, or like doing very basic hunter-gatherer, cleaning the house kinds of things, where it's just like there's very little to no technology here. You see a large amount of like half-elves and humans, a few halflings and stuff like that here and there, but the vast majority seems to be half-elves that live here. Let me see. As you're now in the Desmoda Wildwood, again, fairly undeveloped in general. What would you guys like to do as you're just kind of going around here?
Are there generally like people around? You said there were a bunch of half elves that were present.
Yeah, but a lot of them pay you guys no mind. They seem to have like a look of... Actually, give me an insight check.
Okay, I think I will.
could I do one as well?
Yeah, go ahead.
Wow, just as bad.
Am I allowed to as well?
Yes, you are.
Am I allowed?
25. That's right. Ah, sick.
Isaac and Paolo, you guys... Isaac, for you... Oh, actually, sorry, Paolo, looking around, it's hard to gauge whether these guys are actually, like... just don't seem to care about you, or if there's something else there. Isaac, you feel... a little strange. It's hard to put the exact feeling, but you feel a little strange to being here. And Grig, as you're like looking around at these people and stuff, it's more of, oh, there's a recognition like, oh, more of these kinds of folk. There's a look of like, are these people going to be joining us, settlers here in the Wildwood, new neighbors perhaps, but then they seem to be like, oh, I know who these people are, more of that kind of variety. That's the kind of insight you get here. It seems that there might be something going on here outside of just like these settlers.
Is there like structure to this place? Like, is there like any like noticeably like taller buildings around? Is it like settled very well, or is this more like
not
campy?
particularly? This is more like camping. There's a few clearings and the like where it seems that people have like. Actually, it's odd in the sense that there's a lot of houses that are far apart from each other. There's no real community here. it seems that people are more or less on their own. Their neighbors not really well known. And as you're kind of like looking around, I would say there's probably one or two houses that look like they might be some kind of trading hub, or maybe might be a little bit more developed than the others. But that's about it.
Could we go to the trading hub to start?
Sure, yeah. You see a hut that looks a little bigger than the others. You see a human man, maybe about mid-30s, early 40s. Like, very simple garb, all things considered, comparatively to, like, the very much homemade clothing and the like that other people have here. He has, like, these spectacles. One of the lenses is, like, partially broken. He looks up and goes, "Ah, are you part of the dig site then? I don't know what else you guys want to know. I have nothing for you."
Sorry, what was that? The dig site?
Yes, the dig site. The folk from Gerlach, or whatever.
Where are these other people from the dig site hanging around? We'd like to find our way. Let's see.
Well, if you go out, head north a couple clicks. They seem to have unearthed some kind of ruin or something like that.
Some kind.
Go ahead and let them know that I'm gonna get the next shipment, but it's gonna be a bit.
Yeah, we'll let them know, since we're going to the dig site anyway. Okay. Alright, that's enough of this conversation.
The dig site?
Yeah,
You see that actually someone else like enters in where you guys are, and they come to the merchant guy and says, "Bazik, have you seen my daughter anywhere?" The merchant shakes his head and goes, "No, sorry, probably gone missing like the rest." That's what
sorry,
you do for a living here.
hey, don't mind if we interrupt for a moment. I'm sorry if your daughter is missing.
Yes, she looks just like me. Her hair is a little bit more fair and a lot younger. Her name is Melly. If you see her, please let her know that we are looking for her. But you sense there's like a scent of like already hopefulness. Like this isn't the first time something like this has happened.
Sure. She looks just like you said?
Yes.
Alright, we'll keep an eye out for her. We heard there's a dig site nearby that we're actually on our way to. Does she ever go playing around there, by chance?
Perhaps, maybe. It's a bit dangerous for us to go off by ourselves. Melly knows that better than anyone. It's very dangerous.
This, oh, sorry. Is this lady a half-elf?
Yes. Yes, she is.
Okay. If you don't mind me asking, we're gonna try to like we're looking to like establish our grounds here since we just arrived. But have you been living here for long? You and your family?
You make a persuasion check, just real quick. This is to see how open she's willing to be.
Okay.
I don't know why.
32.
32. Incredible. You see, she goes and says, "My family and I have come here ever since we lost our home in Bulga. We had nowhere else to go, and so we eventually made our way here, where at least we could try to make a living. My husband and I were fairly handy and knew at least somewhat how to live in these woods. Melly, she's still a growing girl, young adult, but she's always been proper and fair, and she wouldn't do something like wander out on her own." You see the merchant guy goes, "There's been a few people going missing recently. There's really no one who we can talk to. There's no law or anything like that. The Hysterians don't care truly that we are here, which is why we do come here. No law, but that also means that no one to protect us. She
Well,
like
if
nods.
there's
and
anything we can
says,
do. Yeah,
Just tell her to come home, please.
sure. Absolutely. I don't mean to ask for something while you seem to kind of be struggling with your daughter, but would there happen to be anyone who's lived here for a long time? Any elder or anything like that? I'm not sure what type of community you guys have here. Let's
We
see.
don't truly outside of Bozak here. We don't really talk to each other that much. I know some of my neighbors, but it's some disappear, moving from the Wildwood to maybe a more established part of the world, or some just we wake up and find their huts abandoned. It's hard to say really. I think further in the depths of the wood we heard word of someone living there who had been there for a long time, but no one's ever gone to check, and we haven't seen him in years and years at this point.
In the depths of the wood?
Yes.
Exactly which direction? Let's see.
Hard to say, really. We don't really have this area mapped out or anything of the sort. We just sort of know things by word. You may want to ask the professor, the one heading the dig. He seems to have some interest in these wildwoods.
I'm sorry for asking so many questions. We'll keep an eye out for your daughter just in case. Yeah.
Are you part of the dig site as well? Are you adventurers?
Oh, we're adventurers.
Oh my. Not seen adventurers in the wildwood for quite some time. I hope you find whatever it is you're looking for here. I hope you find my daughter.
I hope we do too. Well, I think we should go ahead and head to the dig site. I feel like we might find some more answers there. Maybe not just for us, but on the trail of your daughter as well. If we look around a bit more.
She nods.
Thanks for answering our questions. Yeah.
You see Boswick, as you guys exit, says, "Good luck. And if you find anything that might help our little civilization here, bring it on over. I might be able to find you guys something."
What do you mean? What kind of type of thing are you guys looking for? What would help you?
Something that helps us make a little bit more fire, cut down the trees, protect ourselves from the monsters that roam. Things like that.
Anything. Absolutely. Yeah. I'll keep my eye out.
I might be able to help you find whatever it is you're looking for. One part of being uncivilized and no law is that there's no law, if you catch my drift.
Let's see. Alright. I'll see what I can find.
You guys exit out and start heading towards the dig site.
Oof, they've got it rough here. Let's
The
see.
woods itself is dark and dreary as it begins to rain a bit. You guys continue walking. Who's helming this sort of like trek out?
I think in this case I'll head it. I feel like that makes sense.
You both, more people can head this, like 2 people can head this, but you would both be in front of whatever may happen.
Oh, okay.
Then yeah, I'll be up there with him.
Okay, then you both
Awesome.
may make
I'll
these
follow.
round checks.
Oh boy.
Or you can help.
Boy.
I'll allow the help action too.
Yeah, I'll just help Isaac with it and give you a bardic.
Oh, okay. Oh, thanks for your help. 23.
23. Yeah, it's... Isaac, you've done stuff like this before. Just like living out with your family. Your father teaching you like the ways of his tribe and all that. It's not too difficult to make your way through here. parts of it almost feel like you've been here before in a strange way. But you continue forward, and eventually you do in fact find the dig site, and you see what looks to be like a small clearing of sorts. There's a few tents set up, a few tables and stuff like that worked up, and you see people, like a hired crew of workers, like digging things up. You see that on a table or something like that, there is a half orc man in very fine garb, spectacles on his face, and seems to be like cataloging certain things that he finds, like ancient tools, ceramics, stuff like that, that come up from a dig site, which looks to be like a ruined house of sorts. Next to him, you see a man, longer blonde hair, tall, kind of an air of like professionalism to him. He wears garb of a gear watcher, and as he stands next to this a person identifying these objects, they seem to be conversing with each other. And off to the side, you see a man, like short cropped brown hair, bit of a stubble, chiseled jawline, wearing like heavy plate armor and this like massive greatsword on his back, as he sort of just seems to be keeping watch. As you guys approach, he gets up and comes back to you, hand near his hilt of the greatsword, and says, "Whoa there! What business do you have here?"
Hi, we're adventurers actually passing through. I have family ties to this land, so I was interested in the dig site. Is it alright if we go talk with the people heading it?
You see the individual looks back and goes, "Professor, this man says he has family ties to this area." The professor perks his head up, turns around, and comes on over and says, "Oh, family ties? How wonderful!" He sticks his hand out and says, "I'm Professor Taffler. It is so good to meet you. Who am I speaking with?"
Oh, not Tafflin.
I reach out my hand and shake it. "Nice to meet you." At the same time, like, "Oh, Wendy, do you know this person?"
No, Wendy did not say that. That was Josh. That was Josh saying that. I know Tafflin. Oh no, Tafflin. Okay. Forget I said anything.
Yeah, my name is Isaac Dashery. Yeah, I have ties to the Embryon tribe that used to live in these wildwoods. I was wondering if I could kind of learn about what was happening at this dig site. Let's see.
"By all means, please come ahead, my boy." And he kind of like takes you in. "Chadocles, let them in, please." And you see Chadocles, apparently the guard, lets you, like, nods, lets you guys in, says, "Welcome to the dig site." And you guys approach. Isaac, he brings you guys over, and you see, like, on a table, there's a few, like, tools and ceramics and stuff like that are getting dusted up, and you see in one of the ceramics, like, that same symbol of the Embryon that your father had, like, drawn before. It seems like this is, in fact, Embryon grounds. This is, in fact, your familial grounds that he's, like, digging up and excavating here. And he starts telling you, he goes, like, "We believe that these ceramics and the like were made by were used for sorts of rituals in the past, for sorts of hunting rites and things of that nature. This tribe that the Embryon, as you mentioned, I had never met another individual who knew of this tribe. They, from what I could tell, were prolific in the area, small encampments here and there, but there has been evidence pointing to a main encampment of sorts that we have yet to find further deep into the wildwood. This is just one of which encampments we have found and currently are excavating outward." And you see, he says, "I have been collaborating with Mr. Hunterrock here of the Gear Watcher Hunterrock of Highstat." And you see the Gear Watcher turn around and goes, "Hey there, I'm Hunterrock. Nice to meet you guys." Takes his hand out, shakes his hand.
"Oh, nice to meet you." Yeah, I pick up the symbols and I'm like, "This is it." Yeah, I'm actually still upholding the values of this tribe. My father and I are I guess the last living descendants, if you would call it, of the embryon.
Living descendants! And you see Professor Tapley takes out his book and is like, so tell me more. And he like asks you more about like the rites and the rituals that you've been taught, and all that kind of stuff. Do you tell him?
Yeah, I'll explain him the rights. I'll make sure he captures everything.
You go into detail, explaining as much as possible. He seems so invested in this as he like writes things down. And he explains that like, that is incredible. I never knew that this totem was meant for such a rite. And like a totem of what looks to be a very large wolf of sorts that has like parts coming off its body. Seems to be very damaged and the like. He also explains like, this area was being used in the Great War as well, and we've been finding a few relics and ruins of that nature. I believe there might be more of that further deep in the Wildwood itself, but there is much danger, and we don't have the funding necessary to have an armed guard taking us through. Even with Chattacles, it's just unsanctioned right now. But,
Well,
oh, yes. What is it you want to say?
well, it is my family's grounds, and I asked my friends to come with me to learn more about it. If they're okay with it, would you mind if we went in?
By all means, absolutely. If you could find where the main encampment is, I would be more than happy to see if we can set aside some funding to pay you for your services. Please, how much in the budget do we have? He goes, Professor, we only have like 200 gold remaining for anything.
Not the gold, but some of the values that I find, I think I'd like to hold on to and bring back to my father. Just so that we have these.
Professor Taplid thinks for a moment for himself. Hunter Rock puts a hand on his shoulder and he goes, hey, do what's right, Professor. Gives a smirk and it's like shining in like the rain. There's just like a sun flare off the grin. Just so charismatic,
What?
this man.
What the hell? What is
Gives you a
going
wink
on with
palette.
Ah, this feels weird. I don't know what about this is bad, but this sucks.
Oh my god.
You see that Professor Taplid nods and says, I would hate for, if you're living descendants as you say you are, I would hate to tear away your culture from you. In fact, I would be happy to let you take whatever it is you find, as it is your, as you claimed, your cultural right to do so. I'm more than happy with the notes of the area and see, and just whatever we can excavate and learn more, I'm more than happy with. The actual objects themselves, if they get some use for you and are brought to the proper home, I am very happy to do so. Very well, as you wish.
Thank you, Professor Laughlin. I really appreciate your sincerity. I'll make sure to document and show you everything that we find in that case.
Wonderful. But at least allow me to help you try to find the area that we believe may exist. And he pulls out a map of the area. It's like a local, very, very local map. A lot of it which seems to be undocumented or assumed locales. With the help of sort of the Archaeological Guild's mages and that of Hunter Rock here himself, we've been able to sort of determine where the other dig sites were in comparison to one each other, distances, all that like. And we believe following this, if you go this way, following this stream here, we believe the main area is somewhere around in this 1 mile radius. We don't have anything that might help triangulate or lower this area of sorts, and it is deep in the Wildwood. We do not have the manpower to find it, but if you can find a marker or any sort of signs, that would help.
I feel confident that we'll be able to find it. I think we can handle it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'm sure you can. And Hunter Rock gives you a wink, gives you a bardic.
Thank you. Paolo, this guy is kind of like a weird inverted version of you in some way.
What are you talking about?
Sorry, I was. Thanks, Professor Laughlin. So I guess from here we go.
By all means,
to
if
this
you
one.
require a place to rest, I'm sure we can set up cots for you. I'm sorry, I never asked any of your names. I just know you. Who are your companions here? What are you all known as?
Bad benefits. An adventurous
Oh,
party.
bad benefits. Yeah, you're the same ones from Norca?
Yeah, those are the ones.
Incredible. Well, I've heard of your deeds before. I'm very happy to have the help of you fine folk in this endeavor. We will do what we can to make sure you are welcome to this environment. I'm sure Stradicles and Hunter Rock can make this area safe enough for you to rest in if you so wish.
Oh, thank you. This is also another question. We came across a small encampment on the way here, and it seems like they've been finding people missing recently. Have you heard much about that?
People missing. Stradicles, have you heard something like that before?
Chadicles gives a sort of like a grimace and says, "People missing? No, but I wouldn't be surprised. A lot of this wildwood can be filled with nastier folk, untold by the law. Just do be careful out there. A lot of people, a lot of criminals and sort of bad people hide around these woods."
Got it. Thanks for the warning, Chadicles.
Hey, my pleasure. Hey, take this. And he gives you guys a level 1 potion of healing.
Oh, thank you. We'll put
Let's
this
see.
to good use, I'm sure.
Hey.
Eric,
Yeah.
this is like a different timeline, right? What happened before isn't set in stone, right? It can be undone, right, Eric?
I don't know what you're talking about, dude.
Oh no. Okay, don't worry. Wendy will protect them.
What?
Hey, Wendy, why don't you hold this level 1 potion of healing? I feel like that.
Yeah. Wendy will take it.
A lot of bad people in these woods, Wendy.
Wendy's on high alert. Wendy's on high alert.
Is it
that's a
obvious that you're on high alert, or
What'd you say?
is it obvious that like you're like very stressed about this?
Well, I mean, Wendy's definitely okay. So, like, not meta wise, Wendy will probably be slightly more on high alert just because, what's it called? I mean, this is stuff to do with like the past and stuff, so she might be able to get useful information or like some link to her brother. Meta wise, Josh is on high alert. Not meta wise, Wendy's slightly on above average alert, I guess.
Okay. So just like standing a bit taller, kind of looking around. Okay,
So
I
are
get
you
Yeah.
implying that Hunter Rock is gonna be a bad guy in the future?
Hunter Rock.
You guys look and you see Hunter Rock and Chadicles are playing with a ball that looks a lot like a football. Hey, Chadicles, go long. They start throwing the ball down.
I hate this. I can't explain why, but we need let's be anywhere but here right now.
Yeah, I think we've got enough information. You're right, fella. How about we start leaving? It's a shame that you haven't heard about the disappearances, though. Apparently, someone's daughter is kind of missing recently. So
I mean, we'll keep our eyes out, I believe. I would like to... These people here are usually on the wrong side of either the law or things have happened to them. They have simply no home and are doing their best just to survive. I would like to help them if I could. I'll keep an eye out. But again, it is rather dangerous, so Chadicles and Harrock can only do so much.
Well, I certainly haven't had a good experience with the Hysterian government either, so
It is true.
I'm not surprised.
Sir, I believe they only allowed the sanction of us to dig here under the pretense that we would fail, so we'll see what happens, I suppose. But yes, the Hysterian government is not... They've been better. They're doing better than they used to be, so there's that at least.
Sure. Alright. Are we Okay, so where are we going from here?
Well, it looks like in this mile area we can find the central campsite, but we just have to wander around and maybe try to see if we can find anything that resembles it. We can probably go now, but it might start getting dangerous as we get closer.
Looking at like where you kind of need to go and remembering what your father told you before, like that little phrase that he mentioned about where to
Meets the yeah, I need to find the exact phrase.
right.
Yes,
Keeping that
let me
in
find it.
mind, you sense that you have a good idea of where exactly to look, but getting there may take some time. Like just looking at how dense this wood is and how interesting and crazy it is, this may take a day, may take multiple days. Hard to gauge. You still have a decent bit of time until almost a little less than a month until you need to be in Handria, so it shouldn't derail your plans too much. But do keep in mind, this will be a treacherous journey.
Okay. And then I was like, oh, I remember. And just to our group, where the river meets Jasper Lyon's River. That was what my dad told me.
Now that you say that, anyone that may wish to may make me a nature check.
I would love to make a nature check.
Me too.
I'll make one. Why not?
Oh my god,
I got
Gabe.
another nat 20.
Oh my god, Wendy.
Yeah, well, check my
Whoa.
nat 1. Huh?
Oh,
Beat that.
damn, 2 nat 20s on
What do you
the
think,
side.
Paolo? Does that mean anything to you?
Paula, it comes to your awareness. You read about this in a book.
So, there was actually, I think this might have been passed down through other means, because I have heard of this before. It was a prophecy in one of the books I read. Unfortunately, it was like 3 years worth of events that led up to like going there. We're gonna need a couple, like, we're gonna have to go collect like these 7 rare gemstones that they're all over the place. Like, I don't even know where to start. Like, we're already trying to get all these relics, right? Well, now we gotta get these 7 crystals or whatever. That's just to even find the river. Now to find the part where they meet, it's actually hidden, and you need to be on a different plane of existence. And I don't know which plane. We're gonna have to go planes hopping, I think.
Yeah, and there's when the Jasper Lion, it's like, you remember the book told, like, they went through a wardrobe and all of a sudden there was a lion there?
Oh, right, and then there's no way there's a wardrobe here. None of these people
No.
have enough money to afford a wardrobe. We're gonna have to go to a different
Wardrobe.
city.
Oh my gosh, how do we even get to another city from here? That's far out of the way. Let's go plane hopping? Well, I guess we should just head back to the ship in that case. And get to a bigger
Honestly, it'd
city.
probably be easier to go back to Nocio and regroup there.
Really? Nocio? Well, I guess if we can get a favor from the king, maybe we can get a wardrobe to go plane hopping.
We might have to use the favor.
As you
Okay,
guys
well,
are
I guess
talking
let's go
about
back.
this, Gain and Wendy, you guys immediately hear, oh, Jasper Lion, that's a flower. That's a very rare flower. You think the flower itself is very rare and somewhat indigenous to the Wildwood, or so you heard. But again, very rare. Only like one appears every couple of like miles or something like that. It's a flower that it looks, if you're looking at it, like a symbol of the sun. The center of it is yellow, and the petals are various shades of purple. But it is a Jasper Lion, and it is known for its healing properties. Wendy, you know it to be an alchemical ingredient, actually. Let me find the exact thing for this, actually, so I can give you a bit more information. Jasper Lion. Yes, Jasper Lions are flowers that have yellow and pink petals. They look like small suns. These flowers are sparse when found in the wild. They are innately magical. However, due to the rarity of this plant, it is unknown what exactly it is they do. Stories tell of their ability to bring about change of a large caliber, capable of doing anything. Its properties are unknown, but can be quite powerful.
Pala, this is kind of like a favor from a king in flower form.
Wait, so hold on. You're saying that the Jasper lion is a flower?
That's right.
That doesn't seem right.
I agree.
Yeah, that doesn't sound right. Are you sure?
One
you're
second.
probably
One
right.
second. Let me double check. Yeah,
It's-
yeah,
my
it's a
God.
flower.
Okay, well, if Kirk says so. It's probably
I
a flower.
guess,
One
you know,
day, so
I guess we can go take a look, but don't come crying to me when we have to make a trip back to Nocio.
What do you think, Certus?
Yeah, sounds like a flower.
Okay.
Train hopping sounds cool.
All right.
Boy, that
So,
sounds
it's where the river meets the Lions Roars, Jasper Lions. So maybe there's a place where all these flowers go by the river. Maybe we should look around there. Maybe you guys can keep an eye out for the flowers then. I'm not really sure what it looks like. Let's see.
well, they're quite distinct, I'd say, and I describe it to them, the colors and shape and just general. It seems like something that would stick out pretty distinctly. So we can all keep an eye out for it.
Okay. Are you guys ready to go then? It sounds like we might be going for a while.
Yeah, sounds fine by me.
This is incredible, Isaac. I thank you for sort of, I don't know, sharing with us. This is very personal for you. I hope this isn't too much.
Oh no, I was more worried that you guys weren't going to enjoy coming along. I'm glad that you like it. I'm really excited to see what it's like though, because, jeez, this is where my grandma's from. You know, that's crazy to me. I even have a grandma. We used to. She lived there, so maybe I'll find something interesting.
So,
I think-
are
Oh, sorry.
oh, sorry. Oh, are they like digging up your like the graves of your ancestors right now? Isn't that kind of messed up?
Yeah, I guess it is, but I mean, they've already long returned to the ether of the world, so it's like it's not really theirs anymore, I guess. But if there is anything interesting, I think I want it. I feel like
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
yeah. I have no idea. I guess all this stuff has been untouched for a long time, so maybe it's put to better use in a museum than whatever it's doing here. I don't know. I just don't want it to go to waste or never be found at all. I feel like that would be my biggest fear, honestly. So I want to make sure I find everything I can when we get to the central campsite and leave no stone unturned.
Well, all right. You guys start heading out into the Wildwood. I believe are my frontliners still the same people?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a survival check, Isaac.
Yeah, I'll keep helping him.
Thank you.
No bardic this time though. I'm saving you.
Okay. All right, 29.
29. Roll me 3d10.
Okay. 21.
21. What are the exact numbers of that? Let me see. A 3, a 10, and an 8. Okay. I will give you... There's a couple of encounters that could happen here. I will give you a choice. You feel as if you could go somewhere that might be a little bit more dangerous necessarily. You could go to a place that seems to be a little bit more mystical and almost magical. And you also get a sense of another place that's like mystical and magical, but also dangerous.
Let's do the purely mystical and magical.
Okay. Cool.
That's a good choice.
Isaac, you start heading off in one direction, kind of like leading the pack, leading the pack here a bit. You see, it takes a little bit, a couple of days of sorts. Not days. What the fuck am I saying? It takes a couple hours in this first part, but you're managing to go through this wildwood no problem. You can hear the sound of forest creatures off in the distance. The sound like some kind of an elk saying something. You can hear the sound of like chittering upon trees. You see like snails on the ground and like frogs croaking. It's very much like pure nature here, just animals and the like. You're making your way through, identifying points of like where things are muddy or you might slip, by finding places where the group might be able to peek through and go better out. Pal, you're like clearing the path a bit with your axe, with Bree, kind of like making sure that the area that you're at least treading is somewhat safe for all of your party members. Eventually, you see the sky almost clears up and you find yourself amidst a pond of glittering clear water. It is the grass around it is vibrant and so green. It looks incredibly healthy, and the pond itself, no bigger than maybe a couple meters across, looks like the water is crystal clear. It looks clean, see-through, and it looks somewhat deep.
It looks deep.
It looks deep.
Interesting. Okay.
What happens if you touch it?
It looks like normal water. So let's see. I'll reach down to touch it.
As you reach down to touch it, you feel like some of the fatigue of going through here, like a few cuts and bruises you've kind of had just kind of going through here. The water almost cleans it up a bit. And like
Actually, the water, it feels great. Everyone, if you want to like try to relax a little bit, this water seems perfectly nice.
Oh, it's sick, yeah.
Pal, you go in the water?
I'll take a little swan dive. I'll put Greed down.
Nice.
The water feels
Just fully clothed
cool
right in the water?
and vibrant. You actually guys
I can dry
watch
it off.
as like Paula is like slightly glowing in here. Her like divine blood, it seems to be exasperated in this little area, and you can see like her skin glows with like these faint lines that look like her veins. That divine blood seems to be happening. Anyone else go in?
Yeah, I'll jump in too. Why
I'll
not?
jump
Isaac,
in.
you feel
I
yourself.
don't like the way you are.
Isaac, you go in there. You feel very refreshed. Like you can take a deep breather here. You feel your wound, like the water, like entering your body, and your wounds sort of like being healed and stuff like that. Anyone else?
I think Greg was going.
Yeah.
Oh,
Greg, your halfling body jumps in. You can feel you've had like a on and off like bits of headache here and there that seem to like just melt away, and you can feel yourself, even like your small halfling body almost feels a lot more lithe and limber as you enter within.
Do we regain any slots of any kind?
Does anyone else jump in?
Yeah.
Lemmy's
I'm
just
gonna
gonna watch. She's not gonna go in.
Sir,
Just
just
gonna
not
watch.
going either.
All right, so we have Gain. Gain, you also feel very refreshed and rejuvenated.
I'm trying to.
And Kranich. Okay, Kranich, it floats. He's wood. He like paddles around. You see the flowers on his back seem to blossom and bloom a lot more in this water. I need one of you guys to roll me a d10.
You got it.
do
I
it.
love D10s. Bada bing. That's a 5.
You all gain your max HP increases by 5 points.
Yo! Permanently?
For now. It's technically for the next 5 days.
Okay.
Okay.
But
All right.
the magic of the well is expended. Of this little well of water.
5 points. Okay.
Oopsie, that's not what I want.
Yeah, you have to like add the modifier. I realized. So I was like, oh, that's way too much.
Yeah, I did override. I did the override max HP, and then I had 5 HP.
I did the opposite. I did the modifier at 100. Yeah. Okay. All right.
How was
so-
your
oh,
bath?
it was good. It was like the best bath I've had in a long time.
It's good.
Yeah, I feel really that ruled. That's even better than the dang the hot springs, honestly.
Yeah, and you were like glowing. Like it looked like you could see everything. Like very strong and vibrant.
Yeah,
Impressive.
I
Wow,
got
you
pretty
really
good veins. Oh wait, wait, that's what they were.
What?
Oh, what?
What?
Huh? Oh,
No.
he just had a really detailed about
What?
you. Never mind.
I don't like.
Yeah,
what you said.
I thought he
don't-
was
what?
talking about the veins, but
Yeah.
then he kind of kept going on for a little bit longer
He
than.
went a little
than-
bit further than I mean.
Yeah.
he stopped
Okay.
at
All right,
one.
Certus. I've had enough. You guys want to get a move on?
I'm just saying you kind of went pretty far. And there's something you're not telling us.
You're just like her. Just shoot.
You
No.
continue on?
Yeah.
Okay. Second leg of the journey. Survival check for me, please. Yep. Hamlet's there for some reason.
Just the people in front.
Sorry, I didn't think it would actually do anything.
It's okay.
Okay.
I mean, that's pretty good.
Go ahead and regular survival check.
Okay.
Oh my God,
Let's
plus
see.
10. Jeez.
23.
Okay, cool. Roll me a d10.
Pretty darn good.
1d10.
Yep, just one. 5. Okay. Isaac, you continue. You take the party moving forward for a bit longer. You notice that parts of the trees and stuff like that get a little bit thicker, and it gets a little harder to trudge through. And you see, with a 23, luckily you spot this in time. You see what looks to be like a lot of spiked vines on the ground. And you get the sense that, like, with the thickness of it and the way it is, there's something about that you want to avoid. It's going to be hard to maneuver past it, but you know that if you go in there, something bad is going to happen.
Okay. So it looks hard to maneuver past it, you mean? So it's not
Yes.
really super
Yes.
viable to go around?
You may make a nature check to figure out what this is.
Hey, Gain, do you recognize this? It looks kind of dangerous. See?
Let me take a look. Can I check it out as well? DM?
Yeah, go ahead. Nature check.
What do I need to roll? Sorry?
Nature check for me, please.
Nature. Okay, wanted to make sure. 12.
12 is not bad. It's... Let's see, Asterian flower, you're actually... Oh, roll with advantage.
Oh, okay.
You're
I'm
technically
in my
Asteria.
element. How's 22?
22. Very good. You recognize this as trap vine. Essentially, this is like nature's way of building a trap. So essentially, you step on the vine, a cage of vines that stiffen will enter around you and sort of like trap you there. And it's like the vine's way of providing nourishment for its roots by killing and trapping whatever enters within. Hard to get out of. With a 22, I will say that you know that there are certain spots where if you cut the vine, the rest of the trap will just not work. And you can kind of like point those out to the party if you would like.
I have found myself trapped in one of these before. Allow me to show you how to disable them, so to speak. Just be very careful, okay?
I brandish agree. Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
Very
that's
careful,
nice.
really careful. Can you
I'm
aim
very
here?
I'm very good with my axe. Don't you worry.
I
DC
need
for
you
this
to hit it
is-
here.
DC is 20 here.
To hit the vine correctly.
Hit the vine correctly.
Just hit it right here and there as well, okay?
Okay. All right. I've got a giant metal D20 I'm gonna roll.
I'm gonna flash a beam kiss you if I need to.
Excellent. That's a 15 plus 10.
That'll work.
Okay.
You take Gree, brandish her, and you just slash down on the vines, severing it completely. It was a thick vine. Like without that one strike, you could tell like something may have happened. But with just like the sheer amount of power that Gree has, you just slice it in the way, and you just keep doing that until you manage to clear a path available for it, avoiding the trap vine entirely. Encounter complete.
Yay!
Never doubted you for a second.
I see you holding your hand up ready to cast some kind of spell.
Okay.
No. You did a great job.
All right. Thank you very much.
Next leg of the journey. Survival check, please.
Still helping you.
Let's do it. Okay.
Wow. Better.
28.
Cool.
Okay, roll me 2d10.
All right, 2d10.
That's a 10. Oh wait, that's a.
It's a 2 and an 8.
2 and an 8. Okay. Oh. Okay. Isaac, you feel you feel like going a certain way. You identify marks, and like you have like a sixth sense that's like, if my father was here, this is the way he would go. And you also get the feeling of going another way, which you feel a little bit of like that negative. Actually, no, you would not feel it in this instance. You feel like there's a bit of danger, just like your natural survival instincts. There's a sense of danger coming from another way. So there's the way
Just
your
a sense
father,
of danger?
a sense of danger, and a sense of like this is where my father would go.
Okay, I'll take the one with a personal connection in that case. I feel like we should go this way, gesturing to the way where I feel like Garkon would go.
Okay,
Yeah.
Isaac, as you maneuver that way, the fog increases. As you do, as you see there's like a weird sense of like the fog increasing and then fading away, and all of a sudden it's not raining anymore. And here, I'll even do this. It's not raining anymore as you're still in the wildwood, but there's something strange about what's happening here. Hold on. Let me get a little bit mysterious. As you see here, faint images seem to emerge from the fogs and around the area around you. You see, like, entities, like an entity, like, in the trees, and you look up and you see there is a bird in the tree above you. Looks like a blue jay, and next to that blue jay, you see another bird, except it has like these red eyes, and it's like made of shadowy, like of shadowness, and like almost like teeters off. You see the two birds flap off and enter the brush, and from the brush you see a fox jumps out, and then again next to that fox you see a shadowy version of a fox with like these red eyes and like almost a shifting form of sorts as they go to run off as well. And as you're kind of following along, you see the fox starts off to a tree, and behind that tree emerges a male deer, a buck. And next to that buck, you see another one, except it's like shadowy, red eyes and like the shadowiness, and the antlers itself seem to almost move and shift. The two like battle for that dominance effect before the normal-looking buck almost like wins in a way, as the shadowy one reverts, like disappears into a brush, and the two fade away. And out from another thing, you see a wolf emerge. Proud, prideful, a white wolf. Has like a litter of pups. Some of them look normal, some of them look have like this black fur associated with them. And you see another wolf exit out. Shadowy, eyes red, and like this shadow form with like a moving form, almost like chaotic in a sense, as it emerges out, and like they nuzzle each other, and the entire little litter and family disappears. You see, there is this one time, the wolves start moving forward, and you see a human appear, has a spear, picks up a spear, eyes the wolves, and prepares a spear to hurl one at the white wolf. But it does, and it hits like the hind leg of it, and it yelps out in pain. The black one, its eyes glowing red, looks towards the human. The human itself looks like buff and strong, has like a crest on its like side. This is a member of the Embryon. And you see that the wolf increases in size, the shadows going wild, the mouth emerges out, full of jagged teeth that seem to change and shift, and then it all fades to black and the illusion is gone, and you just see a dead individual on the ground. The black wolf nuzzles the white one in the wound, looks at the litter of pups, takes the pups with it, leaves the white wolf that unfortunately will perish very shortly, and leaves. Some time after, you see, like moving forward, that same human on the ground as a few others begin to emerge. They shake their heads, and in a language only you can understand, they basically goes, "We must destroy this abomination. It will be the end of us all, our death, our demise, if we do nothing." And they just like nod to each other. You see that another man kind of like enters forward. Younger, sort of young, almost like young adult, maybe late teens, early 20s. Muscular, average-looking face, but you quickly identify a young-looking version of your father. Come over with like a haul of what looks to be like a raccoon and a few squirrels of sorts. He goes, hey guys, I managed to grab a few. What next? And you see that they look to him and say, "Harkon, go back to the village. Get your things ready. Maybe get a little bit more food." And your father runs off, going there. You see that there is going to be more to this at some later point, but the illusion fades away, and you return back to the normalness of the wood. You all see this, by the way. It wasn't just Isaac. But Isaac's the only one that understood it.
Alright. More forests with strange visions. Seems to be a running theme.
I think that was a vision of the past, actually. That's
That
incredible.
had no meaning to me whatsoever.
Yeah, I figured to most people it probably doesn't. But that was my dad, it looks like. It looks like right before the mines attacked this place.
Nice. Okay. So, want to elaborate?
Yeah, I can explain on the way and catch you up on what we've heard so far.
Next leg of the journey.
Okay.
This time, I'll still help you, actually.
Wow, thank you. Okay, 27.
27. Roll me do.
Notice
two
that your
D10.
second roll is always the best one. Interesting.
Oh my gosh. Paolo, I wouldn't do this
Aren't
without you.
you?
Do I have to roll another d10?
2d10, please.
Okay. Let's see, that's 7 and 6.
7 and 6. Alrighty. You see, interestingly enough, you see one path that seems to be a lot more devoid of trees and more of a clearing. and you see one path that seems to be signs of a civilization of sorts. You see traps and like markings on trees and like something like that.
Just follow the I guess follow the tracks of civilization in that case.
Okay. You enter through following these tracks, getting closer and closer. 27 is more than enough to know that you look out and sort of like in the line of woods, and you see roughly 10 different individuals, kind of like makeshift camps and stuff like here or there. You see like a cart of sorts, and you, as you kind of like look around here, they seem to have like weapons and are all male with like grisly looks on their face. Anyone who would like to may make me a perception check.
I'd love to.
Perception.
Wow. Well, it's not a good one.
Oh, Certus, you see everything.
There it is.
What's that over there?
Certus, you hear sniffling and crying coming from one of the camps, from one of the tents.
Oh. I kind of like lean over to Paula and Isaac and just whoever I think is the most sentimental in the group. Hey, there's someone probably crying in that tent over there.
Someone? It's weird to imagine someone actually living over here. Okay, I guess we can check it out, but let's stay in our guard.
Right. I'll stand over here in my guard.
Okay. Let's approach them in that case. Let's see what this.
Yeah, I'll keep up with the front.
You guys approach this little encampment, and as you do, you see a few people. As you approach, non-stealthily, just like open arms, you see a couple of the folk there. Some of the individuals quickly grab a bow and like knock an arrow. One of them seems to have a pistol of sorts, like pointed at you guys. One of them has like a longish rifle of sorts. And you see someone approaches, like leather armor, kind of like short, super short cropped hair, a bit of scarring underneath the jaw, and like a sort of like a crescent moon sort of shape. It goes, "Easy lads, easy. And you see the individuals like lower their bow a bit. No, bit odd to find a few other folk here in the wild woods. How can I help you find gentlemen and ladies?
Why? Oh, sorry.
It's a bit weird to hear crying out here too. What you got going on over here?
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
All right.
We
We can do this We can do this another way if you'd like, and I'm gonna just make sure I'm gonna have Gree over my shoulder.
I'm gonna kind of like stand up and like look him in the eye. That's very coldly to help Paula, basically.
Make an intimidation check, both of you, or one to help the other.
Let's see.
And I'll allow you to
make
make this
one.
intimidation check, Paolo, with strength if you wish.
Oh.
Ooh, it's
Weirdly enough, it's. Well, actually, so then wait, so that would be. Okay, so that would actually be a 26.
26.
Oh my gosh.
You see that the man, like everyone in the back, all starts like stands ready and like has their arrows and notch and stuff like that. The main individual you're looking at kind of looks at you, has an understanding that you guys are important and that if there was a fight right now, a lot of his men may lose their lives. And he goes and says, he puts his hand up, and you see everyone behind him like lowers their weapons and says, "Well, far be it from me to invoke a bit of a bloodbath when there need not be one. Now,
Right.
honestly, my men and I are here to do our own bit of business. You seem to be here to do your own bit as well. We'll let you pass. Go ahead and do as you need. But
We've well, I'm gonna cut him off. You haven't happened to see any missing kids around here, have you? I've heard they might have been in this area.
Now, why would you ask me something like that?
I don't know. You seem like you might walk through the forest pretty often. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe they got lost when they were playing and you happened to see them.
Wildwood's a dangerous place. You never know what might happen here.
I get close to him. Really?
Really?
So what
Who's
is
that?
your business out
No.
here?
Now, say I tell you what it is you want to know. What do you plan on doing?
Well, it depends on... that depends on what kind of type of deal we can come to.
You make a persuasion or intimidation check. You will have different outcomes depending on which one you choose.
This is definitely intimidation, so 28.
28.
My God.
You see as you approach, the man looks at you. He has like comes close to like his own weapon blade on his side, but you can see like the business sense in his head, and he kind of makes a decision as he goes. Right, well, say we may have found some of these kids, some of these individuals. Just so happens that they were lost in the woods. And all my men here doing their best to help them out. But maybe you kind folk can take them back to where they need to be.
I want an insight on the we found them in the woods part. Can I?
Absolutely make an insight check.
Yeah, can I as well?
Yeah, for sure.
26.
26.
Well, I don't know if I can beat a 26, but I'll sure try. So 4.
Pala, you know, honestly, these guys are probably getting a bad rap. 100%. These guys are okay. Isaac, looking around the encampment, just like seeing the kind of folk here, and you kind of like see the kind of getup. There are traps and stuff like that, and you think about the traps. Some of them were for like beasts and men and humans. Some of them were for animals. Some of them were for humans. These guys are not your average run-of-the-mill hunters. Let's say they hunt a different kind of game.
I punch him. I sorry, I'm gonna punch him.
Sure.
Or
Alright,
attack him.
make an unarmed strike.
Alright. That'll be 23 to hit.
23 absolutely hits. You deck this man, dealing how much damage?
4.
4 points of damage. You punch him in the face. He has like a broken nose. Immediately he stumbles backwards. His men immediately bring their bows up again. I'm gonna give you one chance to see if this is going to end up being a fight or whatever else you want. Are you looking for a fight right now?
No, I'm gonna make one last intimidation attempt. First, I'm gonna take a swig of my drink while looking at him. Sorry.
Kiss him.
I'm not gonna allow you to drink.
I'm gonna swig my drink.
I am not allowing you to drink. You do not have enough.
No. Okay, well, I'm just gonna look at him and say, listen, here's the deal. You're going to leave with your lives. There's no room for compromises past this. I just walk forward.
Make another
Leave.
intimidation. Make an intimidation check with advantage.
Alright, 25.
25. Leave it to Isaac to talk his way out of anything. He gets up and says, "Alright, easy. Like takes his nose, brings his broken nose back, and like spits out a thing of blood. Men, he looks out. Weapons down. Do as the man says. Haul up and let's go." You see everyone starts like clearly itching for a fight. A lot of them think like they could have a chance to take you guys on. You see the leaders like he sees the fear in your eyes. He looks at the rest of your crew and he goes, we're not ready to fuck with this guy. We're not ready to fuck with these people. So he picks up, they start picking up their things. they head out. He gives you a once over and says, we'll see what happens then. And like walks out. They start walking through the forest. As they leave and clear out the encampment, you guys quickly find where the sniveling is coming from. A bunch of cages filled with scantily clad women. Some are half-elves, some are full elves, some are human. There's also notes and tags that seems to be like some of these women, and some men too actually, some elven men here and there, are meant to be sent out elsewhere in Solaris. You see there are shipments meant to be let out to Gerlach. There's some that are supposed to go to like Nocio even. One that's supposed to go all the way back, all the way to Dominica. It's just like there's shipments spread out. These guys were slavers and like human traffickers. They were traffickers. The Wildwood is a great place to go unnoticed. But you see one of them looks to be late teens, maybe early 20s human. I mean, half-elf. Very younger, but like adult still. And she looks a lot like the woman you met in the encampment.
Wait, actually, can we go kill these guys? Actually,
Yeah,
I don't.
let's-
like.
I don't feel right about letting them go. They're just
Yeah,
going to
no,
get my people.
This is not what I was thinking was happening. I want to kill these guys for sure.
Greg, do you have something big ready you can use on that group?
If you mean a fireball, then
All right, you guys ready? Can we catch up to them? I don't want them going after people around here.
I will say, give me a survival check, not with advantage, just a raw survival check. And we're looking for, let me make a roll for them to like stealth away. Okay, DC for this is a 15.
All right, 21.
Yeah.
I will say, with a 21, 5 over, it is easy enough to find these folks, and without necessarily getting into combat, you guys can quickly take care of them,
All right,
if you so wish.
let's do
Yeah.
it.
It will
Absolutely.
you will require to be able to use, your mages will have to use spell slots, and some of you guys may take some damage, but you will be able to just end them.
Sounds good.
I'll
Are you guys down
say
for
that
it?
I used a rage in there as well.
Okay.
How
I'll
many
use
spell
the
slots
rage.
per talking?
I would say like 1/3 level.
1/3 level. Okay. Or like equal
Price?
to the third level, like 3, I think.
I'll say you can spend 1/3 level, number of spell slots equal to third, to
Okay.
3. So 1/3 level or like 3 first level or something like that if you want. And if you want to take like that route, otherwise if you want to go the melee like route, you take instead. We'll call it. We'll say 10 points of damage.
Nice.
Okay.
Pal, because of your rage, reduced to half, to 5.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna ask because it seemed like kind of a thing, but I'm glad you let me have it.
How much?
That's basically no damage for Pal.
I because my max HP was raised by 5, I'm still technically at full health.
Oh, okay.
Which is how much again?
122.
But you see, you guys immediately like kill these people entirely. They seem to be like their own little band, and there's just corpses littering the woods now.
I'm pretty sure Pala has more HP than this entire group of hunters.
Hey, Gain.
Hmm?
Should we throw these guys into that trap you saw earlier?
I don't know. Would that be more or less like offensive to this environment?
I have no idea.
you trying to stage
Either you
a-
know or we don't know.
Are you trying
That's
to
just-
frame them for?
No, thought, if we're gonna leave corpses around, I figured we'd put them in the place where the nature could use them the best, I guess.
Well,
That's
we
true.
certainly shouldn't leave them lying around.
Oh, well,
We
something
either have
might
to
eat them.
honor them or honor the forest. That's the way
Oh,
I see it.
absolutely not honor them. I'm saying my thought was that we could honor the forest by making it easier for the forest to gather nutrients by putting their bodies in a convenient spot, I guess.
You know,
Uh,
I mean, is it far away? Is it a long
I think
walk?
I don't really want to like go back all the way. I think some wolves will probably come along. Maybe we should get them out of their cages first.
Oh yeah,
Unlike the wolves they
let's
captured, release them onto these people.
What?
That feels very. That feels very.
What did you say, Gang?
the circle of life will continue. It'll be fine.
Okay, alright. Yeah, something
Let's
will
not
take
leave
care of
them
it.
lie. Let's at least arrange them a little bit respectfully. I see.
No, I refuse. I'm not going
Well,
to help them.
So you guys
Then
return
take
to
them
the
off the
camp.
path so as not to interfere with people. Out of sight.
There probably shouldn't be any people around here, but I understand.
All right, let's go back and make sure everyone in those cages are okay.
Go check
You
it.
you see as you kind of approach. I guess just like your guys' general charisma is enough to make them think like, oh, these guys are not slavers. These are not the people we've been seeing normally. Some of them recoil as you guys approach. One of them goes, "What has happened?"
Hi, sorry, I heard from someone in the village that Melly was missing, so we were looking around for you. I didn't
See
realize you'd
Melly?
all be in the same place.
Melly perks her head up. It's true. You're sent to find me,
Yeah, I saw your mom back at the camp earlier.
Mama. You will take us back.
Yeah, we'll make sure you guys are safe. We're actually on the way somewhere, but if you stay with us, we shouldn't run into any more problems. And those guys won't be coming back for you either.
You guys, they like nod. You guys think like the Professor Tafflet did say like he would help these people if they were found, but he couldn't just leave the encampment. So if you guys want to help these people, you would have to backtrack the entire way back to the dig site. Doing so would lead them through a lot of various the same jungle and wilderness that you guys have been through so far. I would say your survival checks have been so high that getting through back would not proc any rolls or get you off track. It would simply take time. And to go back from the dig site back to where you are right now would lead into nighttime.
Oh, okay. How do you guys want to?
Yeah,
That's ready.
let's make
Yeah.
sure they get home safe.
That's probably a good idea.
Okay.
Okay.
You guys spend the next few hours taking these kidnapped people, these people that were in the middle of trafficking, all back. You hear some are from Hysteria, some are from Bolga, some are from Artheric. They seem to be mostly people from Hysteria. One mentions that she originally was from Swallow Valley, but through her travels as like a wandering sort of member of the clergy, these men found her and sort of abducted her mid-journey. And as this happens, she's just remarking on how much suffering and evil she has embarked on the world and how much she just wants to go home. And as you guys finally encompass the dig site, Shadowcleaves and Hunter Rock quickly gathered the girls. Taffley goes, "Oh my, in one day you managed to find these people. So I take it they were kidnapped then? Traffickers?"
Yeah.
They won't be. Well, that particular group won't be causing any problems anytime soon.
Wonderful. I will make a note of this and send a report out, but I'm afraid that there may not be any changes to what might be happening here. But at least what you did was right. Taking out one group may at least stave off any others from taking their place for a little bit longer. Thank you all. I will make sure that these poor individuals
find their way back to the encampment, and we will see what we can do about sending them back to our guild into Gerlach for passage elsewhere.
I appreciate it. You take them under. I hope this doesn't really happen to them again. That seems pretty scary.
Yes, indeed. You guys return back into the woods, start making your way through.
Sure. Yeah. Sounds good.
As you all go, I would like you all to make wisdom saving throws as you return back to where the camp was, where you made your progress.
I love wisdom saving throws.
21.
Nice.
7.
19.
19, pretty good. Nice, good. 23. Grig? Hey, Grig and Wendy.
Wisdom
Wendy.
saving throws.
22.
It's pretty good.
I don't want to talk about it.
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
10.
So Certus especially, Gain, Grig, Isaac, you guys are aware this was pretty bad. What just happened, pretty bad. The fact that those people existed, and you're pretty content in knowing that at least those people won't be continuing their evil acts any longer. I think you have sanctity in knowing that what you did was good, and you continue onward. I believe Pala and Wendy, Pala especially, you've seen like terrible fans, you've seen people just being shitty in your life. You hear the story of that poor woman from Swallow Valley, and I think it just confirms that there's just a lot of bad in this world, along with the good. You guys have met a lot of good people thus far, and I think part of you wonders why that has happened, and why you have met evils and you have battled against them. But why does such evil still exist, and why do you not find it as much as you mayhaps used to? And I think, Wendy, you've seen the Great War firsthand. You've seen how shit people were treated, how terrible it is. These slavers were like common during that time of the Great War.
Mm-hmm.
People have always been shitty. They will always be shitty. You've seen it firsthand. And I think that, like, this experience just reconfirms that. Anyways, you guys enter. It starts to become dusk. You can continue onward if you would like, but it would be harder to check to see where you're going in the middle of the night, or you have an encampment here you can snooze off if you so wish. But who knows what the night may bring in the Desmoda Wildwoods.
Oh, I see. What do you guys think?
I don't know. I feel like I'm good to take a rest about it, but you know, it's up to.
Yep.
I'm just one person.
Yeah, I'm cool. I don't mind resting as well. I'm just getting kind of late.
Oh, yep. Let's get our rest. Use so many spells today.
Okay.
Sure.
You guys hunker
Right
down
you are.
in this encampment little area and start to head to rest. I need perception checks, actually, from whoever's keeping watch for the 3 times.
I'll go first.
Wendy, I guess, will join as well for the first watch.
13.
Unnatural 20.
Okay. Do you guys want time for RP? I'll ask that.
Sure.
Sure.
Alright. What do Certus and Wendy talk about?
Ah, another day.
Yeah. How are you doing, Certus? You seemed kind of down lately, I guess, or exhausted, tired. I don't know. Or maybe you're always like that. I just met you.
No, don't. You don't worry about old Certus here. I'm fine. I just sometimes I think back to all the times that I've partied with people like not party, but grouped up with people to go on great adventures. And, you know, after one mission, one success, to me everything's more like a countdown
Countdown for what?
until I go with my next group and my next group and my next group.
You don't sound too happy with that lack of consistency.
Just don't want another group.
Oh, well, that's easy. We haven't died yet, and we've been together through a lot, so
Right.
just don't think about the future. Just focus on living in the present, and don't worry about if we die. Because
Yeah.
as far as you're concerned, we're alive now, and there's no real object permanence, I guess. So nothing can be forever, but the present is forever if you
Nothing
think about it
can
that way.
be forever. I hope you're right.
What do you mean by that?
No, don't worry. Maybe you guys will be my last group.
Listen, Serge, I understand going through many groups probably can take a toll on you. I imagine that, watching everyone you know die over and over again and getting close to people and then losing them. Trust me, I know. I've been through that as well. I've lost people very close to me multiple times. But
Multiple times. What are you?
You-
What are you? Are you like me?
I guess in
Oh.
some ways,
How can you have? What do you mean multiple times?
I've lost family multiple times. I've had my original family and then an adopted family, and I lost both of them. And now,
Like
You
when
know.
you were a child, and
yeah,
oh,
I mean, it's kind of complicated, I guess. I don't know how much you want to learn about me right now, but
just
to focus.
whatever you want to tell. I'm not going to pressure you into telling me anything.
I mean, right now, I guess I'm just more focused on trying to find some degree of solace for you. I mean,
For me, oh,
I just don't want you to, if you're going to be part of this group, I don't want you to, be in a bad state of mind, I suppose.
oh, my mind is perfectly clear. I just, I'll be more positive. I'm sorry. You're right. My actions and my words I've been choosing have been quite negative recently, and I feel like that can be a downer for the group. So I'll do my best. I know that nothing bad will probably happen. I just am always anticipating the worst, and that's more of a me thing. No need to sympathize with me or anything, Wendy. I appreciate it. But what's up with you? You seem like you're a bit more upright and looking around more often.
I mean, yeah, there's okay. Wendy will give Certus just a spark notes of her lore just to make things easier.
Oh,
pretty
okay.
much. Just imagine Wendy kind of gives Certus the complete spark notes of everything that I guess June would have known up to that point, just to make things easier for communication.
Oh, okay. I see.
And
That
that's
can be very
pretty
troublesome.
much, yeah. So that's been pretty much what I've been my experience up until now, and maybe that can help you understand. Maybe why I can relate and understand a bit to losing people, but
Right.
yeah, because we're going through some, I guess, area, that was related to the war and whatnot in the past. I'm hoping maybe I can find more about my brother, but if not, it's fine. I made it this far, but I mean, also, you don't have to, I suppose, you don't have to, if you don't feel great, if you don't feel good, if you mentally don't feel well and you feel, I don't know, depressed or sad, you don't have to put on a good face for all of us. I mean, we can help you work through it.
Oh, there's nothing to work through. Don't you worry. If I could work through this, it would have happened a long time ago.
Oh,
This is who I
okay.
am. This is
Well-
what I'm meant to be.
Just, I guess, a catalyst for somebody else, and then, with no real
Oh,
purpose
my
of your own.
gracious God. I do my best to keep righteous people alive for as long as I can. And in return, he gets to guide them peacefully to their death.
I can relate with that. I don't have my own purpose. I was created for the purpose to be a tool for others, and I see no reason for that to change. I will always be a tool for others, I suppose, and I'm okay with that. I've accepted that.
I pull out a flask and two little shot glasses I have in my bag. I pour a little bit of drinks in both, hand you one. To being a tool.
Cheers, Certus, to being a tool. Much good may it bring us for whatever it's worth.
Exactly.
And the friends that we have in the moment.
And take a big old shot.
Yep.
Wendy can't get inebriated, but you can certainly.
Wendy
still taste
cannot
it.
get drunk. She cannot get drunk, but she won't tell Certus that. So.
For sure, for sure. The rest of your guys' watch goes by unimpeded, and it's time for the next person's watch. The rain continues.
All right, I'll go up next. I don't have anything in particular to talk about, unless you just wanted to.
I'll join Pala.
All right, both of you, please make me perception checks.
Perceive.
Bada bing. So that one again. I am rolling pretty bad this today.
The pitter patter of the rain hitting like the top of like the little camp that you guys are in. It's kind of a bop. It's kind of a jam, dude.
All right, yeah. I'll do like a not like a yeah. You know what? Yeah, I'll do like a little quiet beatbox to myself during the watch, I guess.
I will say nothing about it.
Do you guys want to talk about anything?
Well, I don't have anything in particular.
Not really. Mm-mm.
We're already good friends.
You guys enjoy this little bit then. About halfway through your watch, Gain, you hear something cut through the rain. Another sound. Instead of the pitter-patter of rain, you almost hear what sounds like a droning sort of sound. And it gets louder and louder, and you can hear multiple sources, like this buzz effect happening. You guys are currently in like that same... Yeah, make a nature check.
Okay. Interesting. 19?
Sounds like the wings of a giant wasp. Multiple.
Oh.
Many.
They're hostile? I know them to be dangerous, I mean?
You know them to be dangerous, for sure. Though it is unusual to hear this many in an encampment where there was none before. It's almost as if their behavior is a bit different. Mostly these wasps go out and search for something and bring them back, but in this case it seems like an entire horde is congregating around you.
Hey guys? We need to wake up. We need to be up right now.
What?
Up. There's something coming.
All right. Yeah, I'll start just banging Gree against some metal. All right, everybody up.
Pala, do you have bug spray?
Pala, you bang Gree against the metal, waking everyone up in that way.
Do we have like a bonfire, a watchfire?
You guys are around a bonfire right now, yes.
Can I start like making it smoke up as much as possible? Like I don't.
Oh
I
no!
wasn't-
Wait,
I wasn't
don't
eating
you worry. I'm gonna uncork my bottle of smoke.
Interesting.
Bottle of smoke.
Okay.
Okay.
This may avoid a combat encounter.
Listen,
this,
Marco wasn't a Boy Scout, but Gain probably knows how to make a
Gain
campfire like get really smoky.
Yes, for sure. I think with Kranix's help, like just picking small things off his body, and like throwing them in, they regrow because of this boon that he got. You guys do your best, including the bottle of smoke, which is clever, very clever. I'm going to make a roll for the wasps to see if they would investigate this or steer clear of it. I would like the efficacy of this. I would like everyone to make me stealth checks.
Oh, goody.
6.
If the average of these
Yo.
rolls is higher than the roll I made for the wasps, they will avoid you and go away.
Eric, I got another nat 20 plus 8. So 28.
Wow, you're gonna roll.
These rolls are so high. That's crazy.
This is the best game
12.
I've ever had
Okay.
in D&D in terms of rolls.
So
It's
we
been all
have-
been building up for this one day.
We have a 6, Gain rolled a 19, a 12, an 8, a nat 20 plus 8, which matters, and now we need one from, who are we missing? Isaac, I believe?
Hi.
Disadvantage. I thought you had something that canceled that.
Flash of genius.
No.
Had 5.
15.
Of genius.
So let's see, our
Alright.
average, the 6, the nat 20, the 7, the 12. Quick maths put it somewhere in like 12, 13 range, I believe. The bees rolled a 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with like this sheer amount of smoke, with the smoking bottle, I was going to say like if you guys are staying in the smoke that you were in, you would have to make maybe some constitution checks to see if like inhaling the smoke may cause some exhaustion levels, but I would say Gain is smart enough to know the right amount of smoke coupled with the smoking bottle to make it so that way it's at least safe enough for you guys to like cover your mouths and all that. So
I've seen the
exhaustion.
druids like blow smoke into a beehive to get the honey out or whatever. And I was like, yeah, that makes them docile or something.
So you guys wait in here in like the smoking tent as you see there's like a stinging coming in, like this massive stinger as you guys see what I'll show you. I'll show you what you could have been fighting. As you avoid a fight with this thing here, and its little horde of bees.
Oh.
You avoid
Not
this
the
thing.
bees.
You identify. You guys have fought like demise touch things before. This demise touch bee avoids all your presence and continues onward. You guys avoid an encounter with the
Demise bee.
the demise bee and wasp. Wow. Okay.
That was a really good call, game. That was pretty sick.
What?
I hate bugs.
What happened? Were there
This is snoring. He's still sleeping.
Everyone's coughing and choking on like
Yeah.
things.
It's like-
There's smoke everywhere.
It's kind of.
I do-
dank,
bro.
bro.
I say my word and I close the bottle after the buzzing goes away.
Close the bottle. You guys get the smoke out. A little bit of rain starts falling in from where the stinger of that demise touch wasp was.
I didn't know you had a jar of smoke.
We used it during the concert, remember? It was
Right.
it was originally just gonna be like a cool thing, but it's come in handy a couple of times. It's
Sure
a
has.
jar of bottle of everlasting
Honestly,
smoke.
hold on. Gain palate.
Or ever smoking bottle.
I'm gonna give you 2 inspiration.
What's up?
I am dumbfounded at that idea. That was brilliant.
Hey, no, that was all Gain. I just realized they said Marco said smoke, and I'm like, I have smoke.
It was good. It was just a good attempt. I would have given it just a Gain, but I figure I want to be generous. So you both get it.
Oh, thank you. Hey,
I'm going to say that Gain like had PTSD from getting like falling in a beehive or something. Oh, you know those ground wasps, the one that like build a nest in
Yeah.
the ground.
Yeah.
Like when she was a
yeah.
kid, she like stepped in one, her foot fell in it. It was bad. So she knows.
She knows for sure.
She knows what to do.
Okay. You guys, your rest of the watch goes by unimpeded. You guys managed to continue your resting. Our last crew, Grig and Isaac.
Yes.
Perception checks for me.
Yay! Finally.
17.
Okay. What do you two talk about?
There were bees. Apparently. I didn't see them.
I mean, honestly, if it wasn't for the smoke, I probably just would have stayed sleeping.
Yeah, I almost wish I did. No, I'm just kind of just more tired. Are you okay, buddy?
Yeah, it was just
Shut
a
up.
bit of smoke.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here, I have some water from earlier. I got if you want to drink some. This gargle. That's good for you. Okay, I feel better too.
Rick, is that how you drink?
That's right.
Wendy's awake at the corner.
Wendy's awakened by this happening. I'm pretty sure anybody would be awakened by Greg doing that.
You know, most people, you guys don't really, you're not really near me when I drink, so you know, you guys don't really hear that very often.
You're right. All right, Wendy, you want to stay up with us? You're gonna.
Yeah, when he's just gonna join you guys, like, well, I'm not going to sleep with that in my head now. There's no way I can sleep at this point.
Yeah, I feel like I'm not going to sleep tomorrow either. It feels pretty nice.
Okay, Isaac, never give Greg
Whoa,
water again.
What's
Or at
this?
least
It's daylight. Oh my gosh.
Wow, that was fast.
Your watch comes to an end.
You know,
Well, that's
time flies
hard
when you're
to
having fun, am I right?
Oh, you guys gargle
You
water
know.
for 2 hours.
Greg, I think I'm going to drink water like that for the rest of my life.
Oh, it's the right way to drink. It's a little porchum trick.
It is?
I hate both of you.
Wow.
You make your own sparkling that way.
Sparkling water. Huh.
Okay, you guys are up and about. The night has passed. Encounter avoided. The next day is yours. What would you guys like to do?
I guess are we going back in?
Yeah, I
Roll
guess
up the
this is...
sleeves?
Alrighty.
Let's go back in.
Survival check.
Alright. Help me.
Now
would
this
you-
time I will. Yeah, I'll help still.
Thanks.
Wow, you rolled before I even finished my sentence.
I knew you would.
couldn't even do the bit.
I
Go ahead.
expected help.
Roll me a d10.
Okay. D10. 6.
6. Okay, cool. You guys encounter a little bit further, and you see what looks to be a treehouse.
Is this like farther than we've gone before?
This is the farthest you've gone before. It looks like a treehouse has been made. The wood is a little rotten. It looks like it's been here for a while. There's a staircase, like a ladder, built into the tree itself that leads upward. You see semblances of like a few animal traps here and there that have already gone off, and and it seems like another animal has come and taken the kill and left. It seems like there's like a bit of a well nearby that has since been like broken into. Like this place looks ruined, pretty much.
Well, you know what they say. When you find random buildings in the forest, you need to enter them. Let's go into it.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
As you guys kind of enter this tree house here, it's definitely kind of small. Think like very much hermit tree house of sorts. Whoever would like to make perception checks.
I'll make a perception check. 18.
Nice.
19.
Nice.
Oh, okay. Oh, let me step back. Go.
Yeah, step back, step off.
I mean,
Wow.
you guys
You're
look
cooking in the street.
cooking. You looking around, you see that there is a lot. There's like a first thing of note. There's a skeleton in here.
Oh,
Seems to be leaning
lovely.
against like be in a cot of sorts. You see there's a small little like dining area with like a few bits of rusted cutlery and a bag that looks like in fairly good condition. You see there's a journal next to the cot with a dried up ink and quill. And you see in the corner a sort of very nice looking chest that has since faded away to time and energy, but there is a chest in the corner.
Well, you know I gotta look at that chest.
You know I gotta look at that journal.
So you look at the Pally look into the chest.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go check out the chest.
You open it.
Ooh, free loot. Yeah, I'm gonna.
You
Go.
open it up and you see there's bits of like a small bag of gold that looks to be like maybe 10, 15 gold of sorts. A few bits of like silver cutlery, and a beautiful, gorgeous wig. It's silky. There's like brown ringlets that are like long and luscious, and hold on, don't look at me like that. And there's like this wig, and this is like a beautiful wig in there.
I'm gonna use my
as
magical.
you open up the journal and read
God.
through, you see a journal entry of this hermit.
What?
As you look at this hermit, you start reading it. He's been here for effectively like 10 years, and you see journal entries of like him hunting and like learning the woods and stuff like that, and him being fairly content with his life. And you see it looks like prolific. He's been hiding out here because he's been wanted. And you see this is a journal committing countless terrible deeds of a serial killer.
Who wants him?
You see that he was wanted primarily in Hysteria, but his deeds had encompassed to Gerlach when he had started killing there too. And rather than fleeing so far from home, he was content with his killings and remained here in the Wildwood. And you see that the Wildwood is also a great place to hunt. And you see that he kept a trophy of his killings, all combined into one terrible item that he locked away in his chest.
This guy was a serial killer, it looks like.
Alright.
It looks like he took some combination of all the people he killed and put it in that chest over there.
You hear the chest slam shut. Oh, nothing in there. Someone must have got to it first.
Yeah, that makes sense. He's probably been dead for a while.
You guys don't want the fabulous wig? It's a magic item.
What's that? I will say I did to be fair, while he's reading that, I did say that, or I did want to, before I knew what it was, I was doing a magic awareness. Is it a magical item?
Oh yeah,
Oh, it is?
it is.
That sucks.
What is it? What does it do?
I don't. Greg, there's a murder wig in here.
Excuse me?
There's a wig that's apparently made from all the people that this guy killed.
Oh,
Dude, just to make sure that it's not like, my magic sense is going off. Just to make sure that it's not like, a terrible thing. Could you maybe do like I don't know. Are you able to like know what you can do? Like what's it called? Identify. Can you identify it? Make sure it's not gonna be dangerous to leave out.
I cast Identify on the murder wig.
Wait, what happened?
I identified the murder wig.
You
Yeah,
identify
that.
it?
Yeah.
Cool. You identify this as a fabulous wig. It is a wondrous item. This wig was created. This fabulous wig was created by by a serial killer through numerous victims of his killings. But it can help you be more fabulous. You can use your action to wear the wig, which magically adjusts to fit perfectly on your head. Thereafter, the wig can't be removed unless you detach it as an action. It contains the following properties. While wearing this wig, you can use a bonus action to cause it to take on any hairstyle you wish. The wig physically changes its color, length, and texture to match their new hairstyle. You can also use this property to instantly clean or soil the wig. While wearing this wig, you are immune to any damage related to hair pulling. While worn, the fabulous wig is indistinguishable from real hair. Only a wish spell can reveal the wig's true nature. The wig envelops whoever wears it in a faint aura of transmutation magic if targeted by detect magic. While worn, this gives you a +1 to persuasion checks and performance checks.
Wow.
Do you have to attune with it?
You do not.
So, are you gonna put it on, or
No, don't put it on. Do not. That's. Come on, Greg. I know that you like magic stuff, but this is like a little far, right? Right?
Excuse me, Paolo. But my hair can only be more beautiful if I put this on.
No, Greg. Now let's be reasonable here. There's a lot of dead people in this wig. Dead innocent people.
And if we don't use it, they would have died for nothing!
If I died knowing that I was being used to make a wig that makes you look a little nicer, I think
Excuse
don't
me, they
think
would be
you
proud
should
to be on my head.
that you sound that.
what? You know, why a wig? Why not like dentures or other things? This is a weird killer. Weird guy.
What?
I put the wig
What
on!
are you- Oh.
How do I add this item?
What's up? Oh, I haven't
How do
made
I add
yet.
it? Oh, okay.
If you search up fabulous wig, it may be there. But otherwise, I'll make it.
Alright, let me check.
This was a
Inventory.
homebrew item I had on my list for a while. I'm like, oh, what can I use it? Oh,
Fabulous wig!
here we go.
Add to equipment. I added it.
Fantastic. I have to
And
adjust
I'm
on its
wearing it.
properties. Okay, you guys see Greek looks fabulous.
Like,
Wow.
absolutely even more beautiful if it was possible.
Oh my gosh.
I
Gotta be
Oh,
careful.
you also use magic awareness, Paolo?
yeah.
The bag next to the journal also is magical.
I'll take what's in the bag.
Is it made out of their skins or something?
If you reach into the bag, you pull out a hunk of cheese.
And it looks fresh.
Yeah.
Oh,
What's the bag? The bag is magical. No.
Is there? Yeah. If I look in the bag, does the bag seem?
Like cast identify.
I mean, I can't.
Hey, Mr. Good Looking over there. Come here. Look at this thing.
I go over. And you need me to cast Identify again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't wear this one.
Don't wear it.
Identify.
It is a bag of bounty. You can draw a feast from within the bag. You shape the meal with your thoughts. You can create the standard bland fare without requiring any sort of check, but you can attempt to create finer food by making a charisma check. If you're proficient with cook's utensils, add your bonus to your check. Bless you. A failed check results in a sour and swallowed meal. So yeah, this bag of bounty can be used up to 3 times over the course of the day, and after that, the bag can't be used again until the next dawn. But it makes food. It's basically the same as create food and water.
Wow.
Wendy, you're good with food, right? You want a bag for making food?
Sure, yeah, why not?
We should start calling you Chef, Wendy.
Oh
Oh,
no,
gosh.
let's not do that. How about we don't?
Yeah, chef.
I'm not. Okay, well I guess I'm a chef now. Just call me Chef Wendy. I've always had this great idea about fresh, never frozen beef in square patties. You know,
Oh
like
my gosh.
I think
it's
Jeff
been something
got-
I've been thinking about for a while.
Wait, why make the patties square if the buns are round?
See,
Yeah.
that's the selling point because normally they're round. You got to think outside the box, and apparently thinking outside the box is making it into a box.
With
Oh,
that
you know what?
beautiful idea, I think now it's time we end the session.
Okay,
Hey.
awesome.
Guys, we hope you enjoyed this one. I'm assuming we're gonna have like another 2 more sessions in the Wildwoods.
Whoa.
Ooh, okay. The
Okie
Maya's touch shit gonna come for us. Sounds good.
This is Wildwood is
More
pretty cool.
bees.
This is a big moment for for Isaac. This is a big ol' thing. Like this is one of his major quests.
Yeah.
So I didn't want it to just be like a
Yes.
one-off.
Let me just add 3,330 gold to my inventory real quick.
Yeah, go for it.